So, last session saw you guys guide the children away from the kobold lair. You did come across on your way back. You came across a couple of scraggled sort of kobolds that sort of kept their distance from you. You also came across what appeared to be a fire in the Hullock Forest, off to the west. However, the children being your priority, you decided to essentially ignore that and continue on your way to Winterhaven. When you arrived at Winterhaven, it's the sort of walled heart of Winterhaven seems strangely empty in the small fields around it. And inside the walls, the sort of few villagers you could see walking around appeared to be nervous, pausing to give furtive glances before sort of darting away. And you were met by a very agitated Ron Kelfman, who quickly sent Dodge packing with a sort of manky pony. Tara went after him and got what she'd been looking for quite a while. Kanaka went on her way to find... you may find out. Kanaka went on her way to find Ashby at the Temple of Chantea and learned that Ashby had been suffering from sort of bad nightmares revolving around this sort of large sort of black four-sided skull mace thing, sort of blood dripping from it, and a sort of elven figure with a face as cold as winter. And that Sister Lenore also had similar dreams to him. Ash was also learnt from the blacksmith Fair Coalstriker that Bearwin was making some sort of expansion to his house, and that Fair Coalstriker didn't trust him as far as he could throw him. And Ash sort of conveyed that to the rest of you as you were sort of gathered up in Rofton's Inn, where Shay and Uromorn earlier had questioned Nilaran, who, when confronted with the warning note, Shay, you realised that she was a little bit anxious at that, and she maybe dropped the guard a little bit and gave her, perhaps. She knew something about that. With that in hand, you guys eventually went to meet with Lord Paydrag, and they basically updated him on the situation. He clarified that Berwin's knowledge of Abyssal was well known, and that he and Fair Coalstriker have been known to have a rivalry since Berwin essentially arrived. And he sort of reinforced on you that you would need more evidence than that if you were to sort of convict Berwin. However, you were more than welcome to continue to look into his actions. With regards to Ninaran in the warning note, he indicated that he would provide you 2 guards, which he would keep stationed at Rofton's Inn at all times, and that you could speak with his voice in order to question her. He also asked you to look into investigating the nearby local farms to see if you can find any evidence to suggest where the villagers maybe have gone missing or who's sort of involved with that. He also mentioned that he's got Ralph Roon looking into the case of the nightmares, which he confirmed him and his family were also suffering. He believes the rest of the village are suffering. That was the sort of business dealt with him, and as you were leaving, Uromorn was sort of whipped up in a storm, and he had a confrontation with a water elemental who set him upon a new path to take down a being known as Lord Frost, a mantle that his brother had taken up, sending Uromorn on his way to Neverwinter. However, Uromorn did manage to bargain with the element and left you with Shatterspike and left you, Shay, with a message on the wind to say that she was sorry and that you were to keep safe. And you now find yourselves on the steps of Lord Paydrag's mansion, Shatterspike on the floor in front of you, slammed into the ground, stuck there with a sort of a base of ice.
Whimper, cry, hello. So, what else did Padraig say? Because he said that the farmers wanted help as well. There was like something happening, wasn't there?
People went missing.
Yeah, so essentially, he believes that at least 20 villagers have gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
He would be very grateful if you guys could go and investigate that as well.
I think at this point, Shay will probably try and pick up the sword.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You sort of put your sort of hands around it, You feel the sort of frost, the frostiness sort of run on the breath as you put your arms around it. And as you sort of pull up, the warmth from your magic just allows you to pull Shadowspike free from the ice as it starts to melt below as you pull the blade free.
She just kind of looks at it and kind of bundles it up in like a wrap or something and just puts it on her back.
What does this mean? Does this mean that Uromorn is not coming back?
We don't know that. He could come back.
He'll probably be back. Everyone has been back so far.
Okay, so just keep an eye out for him then.
Yeah.
Shay, can you put your health back to whatever it's meant to be at as well? Probably a good idea to do that since Uromon's no longer here.
So we're not going to wait till I level to do that? Because I remember I said I was going to wait till I level.
No, I think you can do it now.
Oh, cool!
It
And
was
suddenly
my
she's back to
mistake.
life.
He's so excited.
Like, without Uromorn, we're gonna need it.
And that was my mistake.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, let's do the big fella proud and save another town, shall we?
What did
Well,
you?
but didn't we save these people already? Kind of.
We saved them from
Kobold.
whatever it was you saved them from in the mountains. But
And
there is still
we
something
know
far
something's
worse
coming.
coming.
Yes.
Well, okay. Let's do that then.
But we need to think of what we know so far. We know that Ninarin is suspicious and that the guards are currently watching her. We know that there's missing farm folk, and there's other things we need to deal with around town, I suppose. We just have to prioritize.
I'm more than happy to go and speak to these farmer people first, but sometime later on in the day, maybe I would really love to go speak to Berwin again. Just to see if I can elaborate on... Well,
I fear sending you into Barwin's alone. If he is involved in this, there won't be a way to get you out.
which is why I plan on leaving Volatoy with you in case anything happens to me. Volatoy disappears, I've disappeared, you come get me.
And then we have to rescue you, and that's equally daunting. That should be our last option. I agree, we need to visit the farmers. I've spent some time with them, and they're good people. I'd hate to feel like they are suffering in any way, but if what Shay said earlier is true, our biggest lead right now is Ninarin, is it not?
But obviously we just need to make sure she doesn't leave town. She may be a little bit wary of me.
Well, but weren't there like guards positioned to watch her?
Yes, but hopefully they don't lose. I want you know.
Sorry, went a bit robot
Yeah,
then.
She like
Robot Brandon.
So, what was I saying again? Just we have to be delicate. If we tip her, then she could run and we'll lose her forever.
Okay, well. What are we doing now?
I feel as though we should take care of Ninarin as soon as possible, because
Right.
if she is the spy, she might be able to tell somebody else in the meantime. Anybody else involved in this.
So a fair point.
And there's no tipping at this point. We're supposed to speak with Lord Padraig's voice. At this point, this is full-on interrogation. This isn't subtlety. You tried subtlety. You discovered what you discovered, and now it's time to be straightforward.
We don't really do anything with subtlety, let's be fair.
You're pretty good at that.
So We should have her apprehended then.
Well,
So
she already
then-
has 2 guards. She is pretty much apprehended.
Do we know anything about Ninarin aside from what we've heard from Dodge that she scouts Crab Canyon? Like, do we know? I'm going to be a bit meta here. Do we know that like she's like a rogue or a ranger or something?
Since none of you have asked, you do not know. However, you would know that she's a scout, so that would indicate that she would have skills in line with perhaps a rogue or a ranger. That would give you an idea. And you've seen that she keeps a bow close by,
Yeah.
2 quivers on its side.
Perhaps Savina's right. Perhaps we should apprehend her now. I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry, is it not?
Yes, at least then we can have her locked away while we do other things, I suppose.
We can keep her detained whilst we figure out more evidence.
Yes,
That's a thing that guards do, right?
true, because we don't have a lot to really pin on her at the moment. All we have is that she was jittery when I showed her the note, but maybe there's more out there.
All right. So, shall we tell Petra we're going to go get her?
Well, I mean, the guards are there already.
Right. She's basically under house arrest as it is. We're not going to
Yes.
get her. We're going to talk to her. We're going to confront her. We can't have her arrested without any further information. So, where she is where she's going to stay.
All right.
But I did learn something in my time at the temple that may prove useful if it works. So, I guess we will see.
That's
Sounds comforting.
does. How
What
are we
if-
going to do it then? Are we going to
Let's
all
go.
go in, or
Sorry.
are we going to have some people waiting outside in case she tries to run for it, or?
Well, I think our best talkers should go in, certainly.
Oh no, we're here! Oh, we moved so quick.
Lightning.
Well, I want a whiskey. I want to go in. I want whiskey.
If there are
Okay,
guards out
well,
front,
maybe-
I guess we can all go in. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we should tell them one at the front, one at the back, in case I don't know if there's a back entrance to this place or not, but just in case.
All right. Let's
Um,
do this.
Should we all go to her, or should we spread out about the room, make it look a bit more casual?
I don't think there's going to be anything casual about an interrogation.
Agreed.
I know. But I don't think I should talk to her because she doesn't really respond well to me.
Well, you are the one who presented her with the evidence.
Yes, and she also doesn't like me at all.
I don't know much about this woman, but I find that
She's
hard to
cagey.
believe, Shay.
You see, she's also a wood elf, and I'm very surprised. We're usually far more hospitable to each other, but
Well,
there's
like I said, I think our best talkers should do it. And I don't mean necessarily myself. I'm going to use what I learned at the temple, and hopefully it will be of some service. But if it fails, I don't know that I'll be of much more use. But well, we can always try.
Kanaka. Do you think maybe you could cast Hold Person if she tries to do anything?
Oh, absolutely. I just had a bit of an idea, though.
Oh, you could say the idea now.
Yes. Everyone gather around me.
Tara's ordering whiskey.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that-
So, Shay, you remember when we were back in Crag Canyon and we went and searched through all those rooms in the special secret place?
Yes.
Kay will pull out the carved bone pitcher from her satchel, and the silver dragon's tooth, beautifully scrimshawed and defiled in the likeness of Tiamat. That thingy, she'll pull that out as well. If she has anything to do with this thing that happened underneath Crag Canyon, is it possible that she'd recognize these knickknacks?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm probably grasping at straws here, but...
Yeah, but also maybe don't flail about that Tiamat symbol as well.
Didn't you say this hammer that you gave me came from someone there?
Oh, yes, that too. That's also a good idea.
Which, by the way, I still haven't had a chance to attune to, so...
So, wait, do you think she'll recognize the hammer?
I don't know. I don't know who she might have spoken with. I have a rough understanding of what you did in the caverns there, but I don't, have a full understanding, certainly.
Okay.
What does it look like that Ninarin's doing right now? Like, is she paying attention to us?
So I was just going to say,
It's like
Tara, where you are at the bar, you can see there are two guards at the other side. You see one of them has looked towards you and nodded his head slightly. The other one behind him, you can see is shaking his hand, hovering just over his short sword. He looks like very, very nervous. Ninaran is doing what she always does. She's just by herself within her dark, shaded corner, sipping on a mug of ale, her feet up against the stool next to her.
Yeah, Tara would have ordered whiskey, and if she had gotten it, she would have come back to the group.
Savannah would definitely have given you whiskey by now. She's a very efficient.
Okay, very good.
Look at her, that bitch is shady as fuck. Look at her face.
She's sitting so casually. I mean, if she would think she was in peril, you'd think she'd be a bit more uncomfortable.
Well, the guards are also at the bar, as you probably saw, and one of them seems confident, the other is a little nervous. Also, Savina, could you maybe mend my clothes like Savannah was looking at me weird?
Sure. How did you get it like this so quickly?
Don't ask her.
Well, I personally didn't. I guess Elias must have torn through it.
Huh?
I won't ask. I'll just cast my thing.
Kay has the biggest grin on her face right now. She's giving Tara a wink.
She just guessed what happened.
Did I miss something?
We'll tell you later. Maybe when you're a bit older.
So now you're going to be a smartass. Alright, I understand.
It was just this group of gossipy women and
one little short man. This is the worst. Uromorn, hurry back!
You can have Volotoy. He's a boy and a girl. I don't know what he is. Something.
You constantly refer to him as both.
Yeah, true.
He's a spectral raven. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a...
Don't
Anyway,
assume his gender.
so are we doing this?
Yes, we should
Give me...
all sit around her.
All of us sit around her.
I think so.
Give me, just a moment.
Okay.
And actually, feel free to surround her. I learned, I guess from Shantea in my prayers, something I had intended to use on that creepy Berwyn, but never had an opportunity to. But I will attempt to create an area around this Ninarin, wherein lies cannot be spoken.
Whoa. That
sounds super
very
useful.
I'm not very good at it yet, to be fair.
Will she
And so-
know that it's there?
well, I mean, yes, she'll know that it's there. But if
So
she then
she'll be
refuses
conscious
to...
that she-
Sure, but if she refuses to answer our questions at that point, then
Oh,
there should be enough of an indicator, yes?
she does that a lot. She does like to refuse.
I mean, I guess.
We can make it work, I'm sure. I could try cast charm person on her. She'll be my friend, and then she
Aren't-
might be compelled to talk.
That's true.
Aren't you a wood elf, though? Does that seem to work on your kind very well?
What are you trying to say about wood elves?
No, nothing about
I've-
wood elves. I'm just saying.
Oh, you're right. We can't be charmed. I hadn't remembered, but she said it.
If only we were level 4.
That's like
Oh,
Brandon.
fuck.
Brandon, you're a wood elf. Look at your feet, dude. Look at your traits.
Okay, what are we doing?
So
Let's fuck this bitch up. Sorry.
Indeed.
I couldn't do that.
No,
She
no,
wouldn't, be,
So-
she wouldn't be immune to being charmed. She just have
No,
advantage.
you'll have advantage.
yeah.
Well, you're welcome
So I
to
can
try.
still try it.
Sure.
Mhm.
Give it a shot. And my so-called zone of truth only lasts for 10 minutes. So
Okay.
How long does the casting take?
it should be immediate. Just a couple of
Alright.
seconds for me to say my prayer and
Good, I'm
Alright.
walking over.
Yeah, you're her biggest muscle. Sit next to her. I'll sit in front of her.
Oh my god, I'm scared. I'm gonna sit far away.
I need you to talk, Kay. Come on,
But then,
get in there.
fine.
Savannah,
I will stand nearby for moral support.
I will cast. I will cast Zone of Truth in this space. It's a 15-foot radius, but so it's a 30-foot diameter. So all the way around there.
Okay.
Why? She's not in it.
Yeah, she wouldn't.
She's-
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
sorry,
right
is
here.
she over there? My well, Ash doesn't know. Sorry, I realized that I haven't actually spoken to her, nor does the lighting work for me, so I can't see anything in that corner regardless.
Oh.
Oh,
That's why she sits there.
she sits next to me.
Yeah, Tara, as you sort of come round, you can see her sort of feet are actually up on that chair.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I'm
Sit on
pushing
them.
down.
Either way,
You sort of push
casting
them
that.
down. She sort of looks up towards you, and she sees Shay sit down opposite.
Hello.
What does a woman need to do to get peace around here?
We'll not sit in a bar for one.
Ashby, you know that she's succeeded.
Of course she did, because I have such a crappy.
What about all of us?
That's true. They're all in it.
Oh shit.
You all need to make Christmas soon, first.
Oh God.
Don't worry, my DC is only 12, so you'll be fine. Oh, bye, Kay!
Oh shit. Son of a bitch.
Okay, well, we know who's doing the talking.
Oh no.
As the sort of spell hits, you can see she sort of looks up directly at you, Ash. Gives you a cold stare for about 5 seconds. Turns back to Shay. What do you want?
We need information.
I told you, I report to Lord Pedrick, not to scum like you.
Well, that's good because he sent us.
Lord Pedrick said,
Yes.
Believe it or not, we're actually very well liked in this town.
That's good. Okay. I'm going to attempt to try cast charm person now. I don't, because I was going to say, like, do I need to touch her to cast it? And it's not, I just need to be.
Is that the truth, Steph? Do you believe that we're very well liked?
Yes!
Well, Barely
yeah,
loves her.
Kay believes it. I was gonna say Kay believes it. So.
Okay.
So I'm going to try cast person on her.
Fuck her up,
Okay.
Brandon.
And that's 13 DC.
as you do that, she leaps to her feet,
Mm.
and in a single motion has an arrow knocked in, ready to loose. Fine, I was getting bored with this charade anyway.
Hold
And
person.
then,
Oh.
and then she shouts, Lord Orcus, master of undeath,
Oh shit.
protect me! As she speaks, the room seems to grow darker. With
Son of a
shadows
bitch.
dance
Shit,
in
shit.
see.
But that
And you all need to roll initiative.
Do I get any
Related
chance to
quickly.
fire off hold person at all?
Yeah,
That's
because
why you rolled initiative, to see who reacts first.
Son of a bitch.
Do I
I rolled a 3! Damn it!
What the?
oh, that's
Fuck
good,
me
that
sideways.
Oh, shit.
We're good here.
I rolled a
It's not.
fucking 3.
do I have? Is there anything I can like?
Son of a bitch.
Okay,
Ooh.
Shay, starts with you. See Ninoran's on her feet in front of you, arrow just straight at you.
Fuck. What can I do? What can I do? I want to attack her right now.
And you can see that there are shadows dancing at the end of the table here, and at the bottom of the
Here.
stairs here.
Okay. I am gonna try and cast Charm Person on her again.
Okay, certainly may do that. I'm just going to roll initiative for the guard.
'Cause I want to see if we can get her to stay, like, be less aggressive.
I hope the guard is on our side.
I hope all these random, female NPCs are on our side.
They might just run.
Good run.
Tricks like that won't work on me. Do you know your own kind, elf?
It was worth a try. And I think
I told you!
she's gonna back up onto this table. She's gonna stand on the table.
We're all at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, 321s.
At this point,
Do we
Ninoran.
do we have to make a dex roll or
Dex.
something to see which one of the three of us goes?
Oh no, you just decide who goes first between you guys.
But all three of us have the same. Ninarin,
Yeah,
myself, and
it's
Tara.
yeah, it's fine. It's if you. Oh shit! Yeah, okay, you have the same as
Yeah.
Ninoran. Yeah, you have to make a dex roll. So just go.
Ooh.
Oh, damn, Ash!
I'm antsy. I'm ready to get it.
Okay.
I'm
Keep it in
gonna
the same
give
order then.
Tara my inspiration.
Ooh.
Oh!
Yeah. Okay. Tara moves ahead of Ash.
Do I move ahead of her?
Nope.
What?
Dang! Dang!
You see as she lets loose an arrow towards Yushay, but Tara just gives her a sort of nudge in the side as she lets it clatters into the stairs next to you. She's then going to disengage, climb up onto the climb up onto the table here, and then swing herself up onto the stairs.
Oh,
Parkouring out of this bitch!
damn it! This is why I said someone should wait outside.
And then she knocks another arrow. And fires it directly into the candle behind you
Oh shit.
as the light goes out.
Oh, she trying to make it.
Tara, that brings us to you. She
Can I-
currently has half cover where she's.
Can I follow her?
You can try and follow her.
Parkour!
But I'd like to then. On the table, on the stairs.
Okay, acrobatics check for me.
Can I use my inspiration on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use your inspiration if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
sort of
then-
just clamber onto the table and jump up. You slip slightly, but you manage to grab hold. Just use your momentum flip to swing yourself around. And you do like a side flip as you land on the stairs in front of her.
Badass.
I'd like to rip her weapon away from her.
Okay, yeah, you can try
Just like disarm her.
that. Okay, cool.
What do I roll?
Oh, you don't have something to do that?
Well, she's right in front of me. She's holding a bow. I just want to grab it and
I'd
pull.
probably say like
Okay,
an
make
opposed
an
athletics
athletics check.
track. Yeah.
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 Good.
Okay, I got a 19, I'm afraid. He sort of runs towards her with
What a bitch!
a bow. She kind of just swings the bow in a sort of circle and moves it to her other hand. Knocks an arrow straight away.
Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna get out my rapier, and then that's it for now.
Okay, full speed. That brings us around to you.
Oh, crap. I can't see. Damn my little halfling eyes.
Get on the table, please.
And just in front of you, the shadows are sort of dancing crazily.
I will cast light on my hammer because I can't see.
Okay, cool. Let me just do that for you. What's the distance on that again?
There you go. The light token is already in the thing, so I just dragged it in.
Okay, cool, that's fine.
Oh, now I can see. What are you doing up there? That's ridiculous, Tara. Be careful. Doo-doo-doo. And unfortunately, that is going to end my turn because I really don't have anything good with the bonus action.
I'm going to put the light on you so that you don't have to worry about token all the time.
Yay!
Just about to see that.
I can see.
Okay. Savina, that brings us around to you.
I think you put the light on Ash, so now I can't see.
Right.
Oh,
Should be able to see that. Okay, wait a minute. Now you can see.
There we go. Okay.
get on, Savannah.
1, 2, 3.
Where are you going?
What y'all bitches?
Can I cut this corner, Alex, here?
Yeah, you can cut that corner. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so 4, 5,
Sort of
6.
scramble over the chairs
Yeah.
and right into the shadows.
Ew.
I can see her enough past
Oh, you
Tara.
can see her. Yeah, you can see her still.
Okay. I'm gonna try and blindness deafness her with blindness.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
It's 14.
Come on.
And you're going to try and blind her, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, come save her. Okay. Unfortunately, the spell is unable to take effect. I was born in the darkness, child. You know nothing! She shouts down the steps towards you, Savina.
We're doing so well.
All right then.
At this point, Ash, you see Savannah behind you. Duck down behind the bar and draw out this heavy crossbow.
Oh shit!
What the hell is going on in my bar? Someone better explain to me what's going on here. And she sort of draws up the crossbow and aims it. She's sort of just scoping all of you out at this point. At this point, you see as where the shadows were dancing, the sort of darkness, the dark areas of the room, the shadows start to flicker in dark. And Savina, you start to hear this sound coming from the shadows.
Oh dear.
Where am I hearing this from? Oh, over there.
And there, as these two black hound-like figures merging in with the shadows, merge directly beside you and one near the entrance to the room. One
Oh
that
shit. Hellhounds.
appears beside you will attempt to bite you, Savina. 21 to hit.
Shit.
Yep.
Okay, you take 13 piercing
No!
balls just sink into the side of your flesh, just above your hip. I need you to make a DC 13 strength saving throw. Will be knocked prone. Okay, so you are also knocked prone.
Shit.
Okay. And then with that, you see as the mastiff sort of body just blends back into the shadows as it disappears. The other one, seeing you down, rushes over towards you and tries to bite into you as well. 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
That's a miss, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he just sort of just lunges towards you, but he seems to trip on something that he can't see as he does so. What's going on with the light here? Cool. All right. With that, you see one of the guards, the nervous one, like, shit. His buddy just slaps him on the chest and get one straight away. And you see as one of the guards just starts to belt it from the room. The other one moves up to Sylvana. Ninneran's the problem. Will you help us, Sylvana? And she just sort of nods her head. Well, if you say so, Crand, we'll take care of her. Right, you see as he draws his short sword, starts making his way down towards this other mastiff, sort of standing over you, Savina. Unfortunately, he's had to take a dash to do so. Kanaka, that does bring us round to you.
This is not gonna. Okay. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on her, and hopefully it works.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Come on.
Okay, Tara, you can see as anyone's movements just start to stiffen up and tighten,
Yes! Yes!
locking her into place.
Perfect.
Oh, put manacles on it.
Okay, and that's
It
a...
ends here, Ninnerin!
Okay, would you like to do anything else?
No. I would
That's
not.
a minute concentration, yeah?
It is a minute. And Kael, I've only got this for a minute. Get her in some fucking manacles, quickly!
Okay. Shay, that brings us around to you.
Okay. Shit, okay. Savina's really bad on hail. There's a shadow dog in front of me. My choices are limited, but also many. I will first cast Cure Wounds on Savina. I'll
Thank you.
first level or second level? I'm trying to decide. Is it bad? Does it look bad? I'm just trying to figure out if it's worthy of second or
You
first.
can see the wound where she's been bitten. There's this sort of like black decaying
Oh.
skin there, and there's like just these sort of shadow is just building there.
I'll cast first for now, you know, safe. No, wait, I don't even have that spell prepared. Shit. Sorry. I can't do
How do you
that.
not have Cure Wounds prepared?
I'm sorry, I'm a stupid person.
Since we have Nash now.
Because we have Ash!
I have spirit and I have my summer.
Flaming Scimitar!
Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll do that. Flame Blade. I cast Flame Blade.
Yes!
Oh my god.
And I,
Oh, nice!
And I attack the Shadow Mastiff.
Okay, yeah, cool. 18, 12. 18 certainly does hit. Okay, yeah, cool. You sort of slash into it. Its back, its rear side, which seems to be blended into the shadows, solidifies as you arm down with. And you just see as it cuts through the back of its sort of hind leg, and you get the smell of just burnt fur, singed fur, as you do so.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I'll just shout to the guard to, like, get Ninnerin restrained.
Okay. Ninnerin is able to do a wisdom saving throw. Oh, got a 1! She's
Yes!
Yes.
Fucking get her restrained!
Alright, that brings us around to you.
Can I tackle her? Like, can I
Don't
pin her down?
You want to grapple her, yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Okay, so she's
Auto
paralyzed.
success, it should be, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just not.
And then I would like to walk down the stairs with her.
Okay, let me just double check.
This is going great, guys. We're doing so good.
Okay. Cool. Yep, that's fine. You can certainly grab hold. If you want to move, it's going to be at half your movement though.
That's fine. Savina's in front of the stairs anyways.
Okay.
Anyway.
So you're just going to move down to the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah.
Cool.
Carrying her, I can't move her.
Yeah, that's what I should look for. Okay. After that brings us round to you. So Tara's just dragged this sort of lifeless body of Ninaran down the stairs.
Oh dear. 5, 10. Alright, well. Great. Getting to y'all is very difficult with my short halfling legs, so unfortunately I will have to bonus action healing word poor little Savina.
Oh,
Yay.
Please.
For 6!
hey,
Yay.
nice.
The best I can
Nice.
do!
Woo! Good job.
And
At least we have one good healer in it.
That's me. You feel as your sort of bones start to knit themselves and crack back together. Your ribs, where one of them maybe slightly broken before.
let's see. 5, 10. So would it be possible for me to try to climb over the table and end up right behind Savina?
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Those
Just
always
keep
go
it
so
fun.
well for halflings in heavy armor, but
You can hop over my shoulder.
No, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
cool. That works. Yep.
Seven.
Sort of
great.
stumble onto the table, just sort of run your way across, knock over a couple of sort of empty glasses. One of them is full, spilling beer all over the table, just over sort of Shay's back.
and then while I'm here, I will again pull out my hammer and smash it against my shield and cast Word of Radiance,
Okay, cool. Okay.
which should probably only hit the poor little doggo there, but
Poor, he's like a monster.
It's 5 feet from you, isn't it?
yes.
Which means that anyone within 5 feet of you needs to make a.
Well, but each creature of my choice.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my bad. Okay, as you sort of do this sort of blind and sort of radiance, his body just becomes sort of shadow, and he's unaffected by
Of course.
your spell.
Hey, son of a bitch.
Damn low DCs.
Chew.
What was
Bless
that?
you.
I meant to mute myself.
That's the end of his
Okay.
turn. There's literally
And
nothing
at
left.
this point, you see the residents of the tavern just start to up and run.
Cowards.
Okay, brings us round to you, Sabina.
I'm gonna stand up.
Good job.
And then I'm just gonna scoot out of the way. Can I do anything to this doggo? Because I don't like it. I think we're gonna go with Old Faithful, and we're gonna.
Yeah.
Told it dead.
Oh, be dead. But
No, I don't know why I made myself a whole macro bar of spells when I don't ever use them.
Okay, yeah. If you want to roll a d12 for me.
Yes!
get it, girl. Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Big damage.
Uh,
Big.
You hear the just resonating dong of Savina's Toll the Dead, and you see as the shadows just sort of converge and then dash back a little bit as Savina does that. As it takes the full brunt of your damage. Dog just sort of leans back into its hind legs, shadows just sort of falling out of its mouth.
Gross.
Would you like to do anything else? You don't want to move more, do you?
Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't see where 1 square of movement's going to help me, so I'll stay there.
Okay, cool. Savina is going to level her.
Salvana.
You're Salvana.
I just went.
Savina?
Get it, Savina!
She's going to level up her crossbow, which I was mistaken is a hand crossbow, not a heavy crossbow. And she's going to try and fire that. Oh, yeah, I was going to do it. Sort of fires it into the dog. You see as it makes contact, but it sort of just slides through the body as it tries to blend back in. It's a non-existent shadow. Doesn't seem to be as effective as you may have liked, as it just sort of screams through. It does take a little blood with it as it. Okay. At this point, the Mastiff is going to turn back towards you, Savina. Crunching down on you again. 17 to hit for that one.
I'm going to cast Shield again.
Okay, cool. That brings you up to...
oh, shit. I forgot
17!
I forgot to recalculate. It's 17 anyway.
You see as this sort of winged frost dragon, frost-like, just comes across you, and the Shadow Massive just smashes through it and bites down upon your sort of thighs. You take 9 piercing damage.
Ooh.
And another strength saving throw from you.
I still have 1 hit point.
Oh my god! Oh,
Okay, and you manage to sort of stay up, you sort of shake it off. Ashby gives it a quick clank with the shield. Sounds behind you. This other Mastiff appears from the shadows. Runs it over to you, Kay.
Oh no.
And bites into you.
I don't want that.
19 to hit.
Yeah, that hurts.
Ouch.
And you take 5 piercing damage as it sort of lunges onto the top of you and knocks you down as you make a strength saving throw for it. Sort of in your face.
16.
Okay, you do manage to sort of push it off you slightly, and as you sort of push it back into the shadows, it disappears.
What the heck? Shadow pup.
Okay. Guard here. Going to take his spear and lunge towards the Shadow Mastiff. Him. You see as he catches the Shadow Mastiff on his one of his sort of hind legs, trying to sort of pin it to the ground. However, the Mastiff manages to sort of shake it off. You can see now its tongue is starting to come out, and these shadows are starting to. The shadows are sort of coming out slowly from its mouth at this point. Kanaka, that's to you.
Oh boy, oh boy. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do I have advantage on the attack because Ninarun is paralyzed right now?
Yep.
I believe so.
Amazing. I want to get back as far as possible. With 25
Stay in the light!
movement.
Okay, as you move away, the Shadow Mastiff jumps from the table.
Where the fuck did it come from?
That's why I said stay in the
16 to
light!
hit.
Sorry?
16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
As he lunges onto you, doing 11 piercing damage.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I need another strength saving.
Sweet.
No.
Okay, this time he does manage to knock you prone, unfortunately.
Son of a bitch.
So as you sort of stand to sort of get up, you feel his weight just come onto your back, and these jaws just dig deep down into the back of your right shoulder as you fall to the ground prone.
Son of a bitch.
You can hear over your shoulder.
Son of a bitch.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, actually.
Mm,
Ooh.
come on.
Such good
Ooh.
rolls tonight, guys.
You see when that happened, Ninaman just slides off the back, Tara. Okay. What are we doing, Kate? Currently prone?
Fuck's sake. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Nina again.
Okay.
Well, she's already held, isn't she?
Yeah, I
Or did-
already grabbed it.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
no,
she's grappled-ish.
She lost concentration.
So the whole
Yeah.
person ends, but she can fight the grapple. I don't know.
You're wanting to cast Whole Person again? Kanaka?
Yeah.
Okay. Wisdom or con, sorry?
Wisdom.
Your DC is?
14.
Okay, you see as Ninaman begins to slide off your back and then she solidifies.
Yes!
You just grab,
I'm so good at
you
this!
grab hold of her tight in this bare hand, Tara. Trying to keep hold of her. Okay, are you staying prone or are you getting up?
I'm gonna get up. And this puppy, he's used his reaction, hasn't he?
He's used his reaction, yeah.
I'm gonna move away from him.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go over here.
Run!
And that's my
Okay.
go, thank you.
Okay, that brings us to you. One of these shadow mastiffs sort of land in front of you, weakening now.
Okay. To help Serena out, I'll cast Healing Spirit on top of her.
Please.
So a little satyr kind of starts dancing around it, letting her heal up 1d6 hit points.
She's quickly becoming a cat person.
And then I will use my action to make another Flame Blade attack, because it's still up.
Yep, that's cool. Oh, wait a minute. Flame-based
Mm.
concentration?
Yeah, Flame Blade would be
That
on.
would dissipate when you do Healing Spirit.
Oh yeah, it is, that's right. Damn, I just realized
Should have
that.
just reversed
No,
it.
it's fine. I will forfeit the Flame Blade then, that's fine. And instead I'll just attack with a regular scimitar attack.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
Oh, nice check.
Sort of just cut down its sort of back leg, skimming past the bit that you burnt earlier. Just you see there's a bit of like flesh just skims off. It goes to the back of the room and it just dissipates into the shadows. Okay. Did I do anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Ninaman is still held tight within your grasp, Tara.
Nice.
Brings us round to you.
Well, I don't really have anything in her, but I'd like to now take the the bow away from her.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, she's not able to move, and I just want to throw it across the room, like somewhere, like just over everyone, and then towards the fireplace. Just throw it away.
Cool. Make an athletics check. See how far you can throw it.
22.
Damn! 3 into the fire!
No, you have to get credit to get it in.
Aw.
You see as it skims, it lands on the rug here, just in front of fire.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be your action. Would you like to do anything else? I mean, you can't move because you're currently grappling something.
I want to inspire Ash.
Okay. Yeah.
And shout out him. Come on, we have to get rid of these dogs. This is insane. Just kick it.
Right, because I'm so good at that.
Okay, Ash, that brings us round to you. Dog in front of you.
Do you want me to get rid of the dog or save your little friend? Of course you want me to save your little friend, obviously. I mean...
Well, okay.
Crap. Savina, did you take your D6 of healing? Or...
I get it at the start of my
She
turn.
gets it on the start of her
Yeah.
turn.
Is... Okay.
Get the dog.
The problem is I don't have anything good to get the dog with because it's in melee range with me and I can't hit crap.
Yes, you can.
You just gotta.
Not with that attitude.
Alright, so... great. Bonus action, I will cast... Shit. I will cast... Searing Smite on my hammer.
Cool.
And it will
Okay.
start to... It's already glowing, but now it's, you know... Now
Double glow.
Now it's double glowy. With flames and all sorts of great things.
You see as you do that, the massive just sort of backs away. It's almost sort of burnt just by the sort of radiantness of your hammer itself.
And then I will take a swing at the pup. Mother of God! I don't even think that the D6 will get me to 14. I'm not entirely certain the 14 will hit. This is why I don't attack things, guys. It goes so
You sort of
badly.
swing forward of it. The mastiff just moves its body back, just trying to stay away from the radiant light, and it's just short of your.
Is that a short joke?
Oh wait.
Yeah, that will end my turn.
Okay, Shay, roll a d6 for Savina's heals. You feel the warmth of this sort of centaur sort of being, golden being, has sort of landed in your space, Savina, and you feel the sort of warmth of Shay's spells just sort of invigorating you as you regain 4 hit points.
Dope.
The friendly Shadow Mastiff stands in front of you, surrounded by your allies.
Yeah, I'm not liking this dog. It doesn't like me. Shit. Alright, well, I'm just gonna try and get rid of the dog, I guess.
All the day.
Okay. Okay, I got a 20, I'm afraid. I told the dead this time, but
Fantastic.
the dog just sort of just turns towards you. Growls even more.
Nice doggy.
Okay. Okay. Varna will. She chucks a sort of hand crossbow to the ground, and you see as she picks up this from below the bar. She picks up a morning star.
Oh, damn, Savannah!
Damn, that woman.
Nobody comes into my bar and starts causing up trouble. And she tries to lifts up a sort of morning star and tries to slam it down into the into the sort of shadow master. You see it just clips the side of its face as she drags the morning star down. Wow! Panting hard at this point. In return, the shadow master jump onto her.
Bye.
She takes 7 damage. She's still up. She doesn't. Okay, strength saving throw. Okay, so she does fall prone. She hears the dog just sort of leaps on Sylvana, and just rips a part of her sort of arm off as she falls to the ground. The dog now just sort of looking around in this space, unsure what to do with this, totally surrounded by all of you. This other mastiff
He's feeling left out.
gonna jump down to Karnaka.
Oh,
Ah, puppy.
Seeing her on her own. 17 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
I should take 10 piercing damage.
And I'm down.
no.
Sort of just rips your clothes and rips your sort of tunic to sort of pieces as it tears out a sort of piece of your stomach. You see this horrible sort of skin
Oh.
starting to decay, shadows starting to sort of come out from that.
No, not the red eye.
And with that, the shadow is going to appear. Okay, you're not dead.
I know.
It's just
We did say a tiefling was going down, so
The guard will bring his spear up with 2 hands this time, but sort of slips a little bit on the beer that spilt earlier. Manages to right himself with his spear. Kanak, I need a death saving throw from you.
Yes, sir. There we go. Boop. 16.
Okay, that is a success.
Okie dokie.
Okay, and cool. Shay, that brings us back around to you.
Okay, I guess I will first bonus action Bam of Summer Courts for Karnaka.
Cool.
Please roll nice. 3.
Hey, I'll take it.
3 and 1 temporary hit point.
Thank you very much, sir.
I
Lady.
am currently prone, but you do feel as Shay's golden ivies surround you.
Actually, could I
Start to-
use 2 of them? Could I use 2?
Yeah, of
Because
course you can.
I can cast more than 1, I just
Yeah,
remembered
yeah, you can use as many
Oh,
dice as you want.
nice.
Oh, from 7.
that.
Thank
7
you.
plus 2 temporary.
Yes, it was that, doesn't it? See, as the golden vines start to cover you, start to stitch back together your flesh wound from the Shadow Mastiff. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. And I will slash the doggo with my scimitar one more time.
Yep.
Hey!
yes.
There you go.
Oh, get it, Shay.
Okay, that does hit. Okay, cool. So I'm just trying to miss some stuff from it. Okay, you see as you sort of slash down, your sort of blade falls into its shadowy form. But then its being just completely forms as your blade is stuck halfway through it, and you just sort of slice the blade up, cutting. Falls to the ground.
Yeah! Good job, Jay.
Bad doggo!
Okay.
Stop the bitch.
Oh yeah, Nittering. Oh, I forgot about Nittering. Do we have
Can you not use your movement?
Damn.
Oh, you know, I
can't do
with
it
that as well.
yet.
I want to move back a space just so that I can get through if she comes in the stairs.
Okay. Roll the 1 with Ninarans.
Yes.
Oh yay! Get
Power, that
this
brings us to
woman
you.
in manacles.
The other dog's gone, right? I can see it. So
Yeah, you can't see the other dog at the.
yeah. Okay, I'll walk down the stairs. And well, I want to put out Ninarin in front of me and say, "Somebody put manacles on her or something."
Okay, whereabouts you going to walk down to?
Hmm?
Where do you want to dump her?
Well, in front of me and in front of Ash, so like between
Okay,
us.
between you and us.
Just yeah.
Now you sort of let go of your grapple as you sort of dump her onto the floor.
Well,
Okay.
Can I hold her?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can still hold.
they
You can still
should-
say
they should
grappled
be
with her
able
if
to-
you like.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Ash, that brings us round to you.
Wonderful. Da. Alright, well, seeing Karnaka down again, I have no means of tying this woman up. So, seeing Karnaka hurt, I will again cast Healing Word as a bonus action. For 5 hit points.
Nice.
And then, not having a clue what else to do, I'm going to try to hit Ninarin and at least knock her unconscious.
Smash it on its skull in.
You're gonna try and knock her unconscious. Okay, you do get advantage.
I get advantage, and
Paralyzed. If it hits, it's a crit.
if it hits, it's a crit. And
Hey!
so it's 5 plus. Hold on, let me roll the other d4. So another 2, and then my thing is still lit up with Searing Smite. So that's 6 plus another d6 for another 4.
Damn, Ash!
So 17 points of damage.
Oh!
Sort of
nasty!
smash into her sort of shoulder. You hear a sickening crunch as you sort of miss her head. Smash. You put a bit more weight into it than you intended to. Smash. And you see as this flame just drops in her sort of shoulder, catching her cloak slightly as it does so. You hear a slight crack as her shoulder looks a little bit out of place, but
Well, that's.
she looks pretty steady.
It's starting to be hard to shoot a bow with a hurt shoulder or whatever.
Well, the bow's over there.
I can fix it later. I'm sorry.
It's okay, you did good.
She's a bad person, remember?
And she's currently on fire.
Yay! Put her out! Put her out!
Can I drop her as a reaction?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I don't
That's
want her
amazing.
burning my fur coat.
Okay, so you can see Ash is just sort of slammed into this figure of Ninaran. Her sort of shoulder just burning on fire at this point.
Okay.
Remember also to heal yourself as well, because you're still in the healing spirit.
Yes, you're still in the healing spirit, so you gain.
Oh, wait, I should roll that.
D6 for
I keep forgetting I rolled that.
2. Yay. Part of me wants to stay in the healing spirit.
Can you put sleep on her?
I mean, I could, but it'll also sleep both
All
of
of
you. Yeah. So this may seem like a dumb question. What's the floor made of over here?
The floor there is stone.
Oh, okay. Got it. No go there. I wanted to put her in a hole. Shit. I guess. I'll go over here and make her not on fire.
Oh, you want to put her out?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't want her to die.
She's not even close to dying.
Okay, how are you
I
going to
don't
put it
know
out?
that.
How are you going to put it out?
Oh my god.
Like,
That's
pat
on
it
her.
out with something.
You just grab a what seems to be a sort of canteen with some sort of liquid and just douse it down. It erupts up slightly as it's turns out to be something of alcohol. But you quickly just sort of try to stamp it out. Looking at Ash with a guilty look on your face. Okay.
And then I want to go back over here. Get me back in that healing spirit.
Savannah will sort of stand up. Now, it seems like you guys have got yourselves a pretty good deal. I'm going to head outside and it's taking Mr. Keltman so long to get here. She's going to venture outside, try and get Mr. Keltman. Karnaka.
Yes.
You see the Shadow Mastiff once
Oh,
again
Jesus fucking Christ.
appear before you.
Who's that? Who's the guy who does nothing?
That's
He goes
the
after
guard.
the dog.
That's the other guard.
Doesn't he have manacles?
He's going after the
He's
dog.
been attacking the dog. Be
Oh.
patient.
You've been
Uh,
shouting for
The Shadow Mastiff sort of lunges at you this time. However, you manage to sort of just get your staff and skim across his sort of back legs, knocking him down slightly. With that, he sort of just backs away and disappears again.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. I don't have manacles. We'll have to wait until Ron gets here. Just keep.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What use are you?
I'll stand over her. And he sort of just gets his spear and just sort of pits it beside her.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
I don't care if you gotta sit on her, dude. Like,
This man to you, currently sort of prone on the ground.
I'm gonna stand up. Oh, it's gonna bite me again. I just know it is.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to move.
You can stay where you are.
I could, but what if it keeps coming back? It's gonna keep coming back. Oh, for fuck's sake. How many help points do I have? Okay. I got 40. Oh, God, no. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move.
You can do it.
I'm gonna run to here. There.
Okay, as you move away.
Of course it does!
Okay. 21 to hit this time.
Jesus
Bites
fuck me!
into your ankle, and you take 10 piercing damage.
Fuck me!
And you need to make a
Jesus
strength
Christ.
saving throw. Strength saving throw and a constitution saving throw.
You're
Oh.
never allowed to move.
No, I'm not, am I? Strength and con, sorry.
Yes, please.
There's a strength.
Okay, you do manage to shake him off. You sort of dash
And
down.
there's a
And
con.
you manage to keep hold of your concentration. So, you sort of just leave him there by the table, slinking sort of back into the shadows.
There we go, he disappears again.
No, he doesn't disappear. It's not his turn.
Good, I'm gonna fucking attack him, the little shit! Mother bitch! I'm using my inspiration! I don't give a fuck! I'm using my inspiration! I'm so pissed right now!
You just blast his Eldritch Blast. You see it becomes sort of shadowy. Your Eldritch Blast goes past it, but you manage to hold on to the power. You just bring it back and just slam it into the back of him and just knock his face forward into the ground.
Stupid fucking dogs!
Okay. Then, yeah. Cool. Shay, that brings us back to you.
Alright. Sorry, Savina. As a bonus action, I'm going to move the healing spirit over to Karnaka.
no.
And I'm going to get in between the
No!
two. And I will drop my scimitar and take it my... No, I won't do that. I will... I will cast Ace Knife.
Oh, because Uromorn's not near it this time!
Oh.
Oh no. Good.
Okay, so he's going to make a dex saving throw.
But it failed, didn't it?
10
Hit or
Oh,
miss,
oh,
it
yes.
still explodes.
You
Oh, yeah,
lose
it's
the
on the
1 piercing damage, but you
No,
might get the 8
it's,
cold
it's,
damage.
it's only on a hit.
Oh.
Oh no, hit or miss.
Hit
Yeah,
or
you're
miss.
right.
Hit or
sorry.
miss,
Yeah.
it's not explodes.
Yeah, you see as this sort of shard of ice just slams Shane's table. The dog just sort of, you see as it gives a sort of, and then it just explodes, shattering the side of its body with ice.
You fell for my trap card.
Okay.
What was Nidoran doing? I forget.
She's just.
She's saving against paralyzed.
At this point, you see as Ninaran starts to move.
Got him, son of a bitch.
She is currently prone.
Okay.
You're all gonna pay, Lord. The Lord will punish you all. Tara, that brings us to you.
Stab that bitch.
Yeah. Can I stab her?
You're gonna stab her. You have advantage because she's prone.
Good.
Stab her in the kneecaps. Oh,
Wait,
damn,
wait.
Tara!
And I like to use. Give me a second. One of my flourishes. So I have to figure out which.
The one that does the most damage.
Well, they all do the same amount of
Oh,
extra
man.
damage, but they then do. Nope, that's not the one. No, no, I think I'm actually good on the flourishes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you sort of just slash her across her face as you.
Yeah.
As she sort of says that, you see as you sort of just cut down, and you see as you sort of cut down, you can see that she appears to be missing an ear
Ugh.
on her right side. Ash, that brings us to you.
Oh dear. Well, I'm going to try to get out of the way, assuming that there is somebody coming to chain her up. So Ash is going to move over here.
Okay.
And hope she doesn't hit me.
As you do so, you see that she's managed to draw a short sword out and she clips you on the back of your ankle. Takes 6 piercing damage.
Even with the disadvantage!
Yes, I got 23 and a 23.
Oh, what a bitch!
Wait, with what?
Counter it. The
Got a short
reaction.
sword.
Oh. No, yeah, I was wondering about the weapon.
Yeah, she's got a
Short
short sword.
sword.
If only we had the sentinel.
So you moved away. As soon as you just clip the back of your ankle, a bit of blood just pitter-pattering along the sort of floor.
Ow. Alright, well, this damn dog has got to die. And I will cast Guiding Bolt at the dog.
Oh god! We're gonna burn down her inn.
I'm using my inspiration.
Yes!
For,
Remind me what your guiding bolt's like again?
so it looks like my hammer starts to glow a bright reddish orange color, and I make a throwing motion toward the dog, and from my hammer just shoots a glowing orb.
Okay. You see it just crashes, getting back up. And you just sort of, there's just this blast just blasts into its face as radiant damage, slamming it against the table. It sort of comes back to its hind legs slowly.
Oh, bloody hell.
Sabina, that brings us to you.
Yes.
I wanted to happen.
We're blinding, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's deafenness, but no, I'm joking.
I told you that wouldn't work.
Oh, what a cunt!
Damn.
She's a healthy bitch.
Would you like to move it?
I was gonna say run over here and push Karnak out of the way. No. I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
Throw the candle at her.
Lana. At this point, you see the figure of Ron Kelfman enter the.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, my Ugandan hero.
No, Ron! I do not know what you have become, but I am here to see that it ends. He's got this heavy crossbow in his hand, sort of aims it up. He moves slightly behind it, aims it up towards her.
Oh,
Blasts into her.
Nice.
damn, Ron.
You
Damn.
see as it slams. Oh, he has disadvantage because she's prone.
Yep.
You
Just
see as
lock
this-
her up!
This crossover just slams into the handrail of the stairs beside you, Tara. Just skimming, takes a couple of Ninaran's hairs as it does so.
God damn
Ninaran!
it! Incompetent fool!
Get up, Ninaran, so that I can hit you properly. And at this point,
Get arrested, please! Please!
I love this motherfucker. His idea of justice is to kick down the door and shoot a bitch.
It's
Isn't
Samuel
that
L.
literally
Jackson!
America?
he puts his hand crossbow back on his back and he drills his long sword with both hands, ready to move forward.
Say
man.
what again? I dare you, motherfucker.
The Shadow Master's going to start making its way towards Ninaran. Lunge towards you, Tara. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It takes 6 piercing damage as it manages to get its head banisters and get crouched down on the side of your calf. And you make a strength saving throw as well for me.
16.
Okay, you do manage to sort of shake it up. You kick its head into the side of the back, cracking it. So, and okay. You can see as the nervous guard returns, sort of shaking with his spear. What do I do? What do you mean, what do you do? Get that girl now! Get her good! He starts to nervously make his way towards Ninaran, stepping in front of you, Kanaka, you shaking at this point. Brings his spear down. Just into the stone next to it. The other guard next to him brings his spear around in two hands and tries to slam it down, but Ninaran just sort of knocks it out of the way with her short sword.
The 16 doesn't hit.
Oh, no, you're
She's
right. He has
prone.
advantage. Yes. So she tries to sort of knock it around, but he spins the spear and just slams it into her. It's 2 piercing damage. I'm going to say that you all pay. I know your faces. I know your names. Anaka, I think this one to you. Shay, roll a d6 for me.
Yeah.
Hail me. Oh, thank you, Queen.
I feel sort of a healing surge from the sort of a healing spirit that surrounds you at this point.
I could get used to being in that constantly.
Shadow Master is stood on the table, the shadows lapping at the back of his body.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast El Puppy right there. Hopefully it hits.
Oh my
God! What's with me?
You sort of Eldritch Blast and it just skims between him and smashing the banister to pieces, just wood splintering everywhere along the pub floor. At this point, another 2 guards make their way into the room.
Still a bit shaky.
Seeing the dog, they take out their spears and they try to lock the dog on the table. Okay, the second one does manage to hit. You see as one just flies straight over. The second one just digs down into the dog's calf. But he turns around, snaps it off with his mouth. So, Shay, that brings us around to you.
Well, shit. I guess Shay will just end with doggy duty and hit with an arrow. Or anything else? No, let's do an arrow. Arrows are fun. Longbow. Damn it.
You sort of just take aim. Way wide, slamming into the wall above Tara. Okay. At this point, Ninaran gets to her feet. She is then going to jump over this table. Here, Tara and the 2 guards do get attacks of opportunity.
What about the Mastiff?
The Mastiff's on her side.
No.
Guys!
She's just a little bit too quick. When she gets here, she pulls the hood of her cloak up, and all of a sudden her sort of form starts to blur slightly. She's more difficult to see. And she will dash to here, and she kicks open this door here.
What does a door?
Wait, how does she have what?
She dashed.
Yeah, but she also kicked in a door.
That was a free action to
It's
open a door.
opening a door. I mean,
Ugh.
Okay, Tara, that brings us around to you.
Tara's pissed. Okay, first the dog. She's gonna just grit her teeth and say, "Doggy, I said stay down." And with that, cast Dissonant Whisper at 2nd level.
Okay.
Just die already.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, yeah, that does hit. He only had 1 hit.
Wow.
You see as the shadowy dissipate and connect together. Collapses on the table.
Okay, and then can I jump onto the table?
Yeah, you can jump easy from there. It's not required or anything.
10, 15, 20. Is there a way to get over the bar?
Yeah, you can get over the bar fine. It's like 5 feet. No, it's not
Okay.
5 feet. It's probably more like 4 feet. What's that?
I
Oh,
I
that's-
can never see over the bar.
think I can get there.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Yeah, as you get to there, you think you can just glimpse
Yeah.
Ninaran heading around the corner.
Yeah.
Ashby, that brings us to you. You've seen Ninaran get up and run away. Everyone around her unable to sort of hit her with any attack.
Oh, there's no way that I catch her. What is wrong with you people? How do you have guards that don't have manacles?
We do not have much trouble in this town.
Well, it seems to me like you have a lot of trouble in this town.
That's it. Ash doesn't do anything else. He yells at them for being the most incompetent police force in the history of mankind.
That's a good thing to do. He needed it.
Savina?
So this is probably the worst idea, but I'm gonna go for it anyway.
Here we go.
Oh God, no! Here we go.
No!
Get it, Savina.
Nice.
2, 3,
Okay, cool.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Savina's
9,
popcorn
10,
all over the place.
11, 12. Is that her there?
That is
Yeah.
her.
Okay.
You make your
Uh,
way into the dark storeroom. You can just make out the form of Ninaran ahead of you.
Okay.
But that is... Hey.
No, that's
Still
everything.
No, you haven't.
Toll the dead.
You have an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually, because
Yeah.
I dashed. I have to use the. I don't
Oh,
get 2
okay,
bonus
yeah.
actions on a turn.
Mm.
I have to use the bonus action to cast it.
So when you cast it, you get use of it. So if you see it says when you cast a spell and then there's a bonus action turns, spell ends, you can take the dash action.
Oh, yeah. You can take an action.
So you've moved.
Oh, okay.
You've
So I
got a
get to
bonus
do
spell, so you have an
the
action.
dash as the bonus action of casting it.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you do sleep, or is that
No, that's a leveled spell. Actually, can I? Because it was a scroll.
Mm,
Does it
I don't.
count?
I don't think so. No, I don't think you
I
can.
don't. I don't think so either. I was just
No.
wondering. I guess. I guess I'm just gonna try and toll the dead on her.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Roll a d12. Okay, yeah, you just sort of bring out the bell and it just resonates with here. You see, she sort of just covers her hands over her sort of ears. Don't worry about me taking my place before the Black Gates, girl. I'm sure you're going to be getting there before me. As she will say to you in return. You! Get round the back! We need to stop her from escaping! You! Come with me! Ron Kelton.
How did you not have anyone behind the back already?
Need to
You're the worst!
run towards and get on the other side of you. This guy's going to try and fall in.
Yeah, we need to report to Patrick how incompetent this place is. Gosh.
I'm gonna put up guards, but they don't have any manacles to restrain her. What the?
They're just trying to kill her.
Okay, Kanaka, that brings us to you.
Here comes Birdo. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Hello, 40. She's there. Can I make Volatoy like sit on her? Like, can I have
Oh, she's
her?
got-
Oh, she's got
Perch.
fun.
You can have a try.
Do I have to roll an attack to like try
You
and
just
sit on
want to
her?
sit on her?
Oh yeah.
Make an acrobatics check.
For Volatoy.
Mhm.
Obviously.
For me. For
Oh.
her.
She just sort of bats Volatoy away.
How dare you, first of all?
Would you like to do anything else? Would you like to move? or
Yeah.
anything? Do anything?
But yeah.
Come on then.
Where are we going? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. I can kind of see Ninaran. Does she have
She's got
cover?
half cover there.
Okay, let's fucking try it anyway. Eldritch Blast. This is gonna end well. 12!
You sort of Eldritch Blast and it slams into the door, splintering it into pieces. So you see as the piece of door just flies over your head. What the hell is going on out there?
Did I get her?
She says, you did not get that silly girl!
Okay,
loves
you need
me.
to stop trying to destroy the spa.
These other guards are going to make their way and try to cut. Shay, that brings us round to you.
Part of me wants to go with the guards to cut her off, but I think I'd be more helpful in here. That's how I just gonna. Oh, my mouse is 5. Mouse, stop being 5, 10, 15, 25. Can I see? No, I can't see that currently. So that's 25. Shit.
30. You've got 35 movement, haven't you? Because you're a wood
Yes.
elf.
I've got 35, but it won't get me into that room, and I can't can go. Oh,
Now you can see her.
I can see her. I can see her.
Yeah, you can just see her.
Get her, Shay, get her!
You can just make out this figure of Nina and just batting away.
What do I have? I could throw an ice knife, but then everyone is.
Don't you
Screw
have
them,
a
they're-
hand crossbow?
They're,
God,
they're
no,
terrible at
please.
their job. Get rid of
I
them.
have an arrow. I could shoot.
Davida
Yeah.
can be the new Uromorn.
Okay, longbow.
She does have a white dragon.
Oh, nice!
But I have half the
Yeah,
hip.
yeah. Hits. You see as they seem to move. As soon as you see his arrow just flies past and slams it. Her with knocking her back, crashing her into barrels behind her slightly. I wish I had time to make you all pay for what you've done to me. Would you like to do anything else, Jay?
No.
You can leave your healing spirit where it is.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. I will. Is Savina still low as hell?
How far can
I'm
you
at
move it?
7.
Let me just check.
It's here. I don't think you can
I
move it
think it's
that
like
far.
30 foot or something.
Move it back onto
Was I
Karnaka.
like 20?
Check. Uh, 30 foot. I can move up to 30 foot.
Okay, cool. So it's currently just diagonally away from Ash here.
Yeah, because it was where Karnaka was
You can
originally.
certainly move it to Kanaka. Or Tara.
Okay.
Here.
Okay, I'll just move it to Karnaka because I know Karnaka is probably still low.
Okay.
Mercy buckets.
At this point, Ninaran slams her against, just cutting him away. He disappears. You feel your connection lost.
Advantage, bitch! Suicide bird!
Kamikaze.
That was the worst Abandoned Expectations film.
Okay. She then brings her short sword around and just slams Savina.
Oh god.
As you
Sorry,
take
what's
5
going on?
She brings the short sword around and slams it.
Can I
Just
cast
rip.
shield?
You can, yep.
I will.
You see as you sort of cast shield, it smashes glacial dragon wing, pierces into your side. You take 5 points of damage.
Oh no!
How much,
to
sorry?
hit. 5.
I'm at 2.
Ooh.
She's
Good
then
lord.
gonna move away. You and Rond both get
Oh,
thingy
bitch. Fear the stagger.
What?
0, 0.
Yeah, what
Oh.
is that?
I don't know as if I've set up my dagger because of how little I
Apparently
use
not.
it.
You've used it
Also
before.
said rolling 0, 0.
It's set up, but for some reason the shit all disappeared. It's probably because of the charactermancer bullshit.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it probably is. Ron
Hold
Keltman
on.
does bring her longsword down. Though.
Let me
Dealing
Let me
12
try and
slash
fix
Yeah,
six.
nice.
She moves away.
get rid of that one.
Get it,
That's the
Ron.
best.
He's dope as
You will
fuck.
not escape from me,
No, he's
Nuran!
not.
I gotta go find a dagger again. 1 sec.
He has to find a literal dagger to throw it in the game.
Come on. D-A-G
Ooh,
dagger.
did Kelvin have a multi-attack? Or is that just...
No, sorry, that's.
Dang it. I have to unpop out my sheet.
Oh.
Dagger. Bam. There we go.
Okay, that misses.
God dang it!
Too quick for you. Ron Keltman does manage to slash down the side of her left hand. However, as she gets past the barrels, she disappears.
No!
Tara, that brings us to you.
Yeah, I can't even see. No. Where did you go? I'll just keep running.
I'll point in that direction.
And I'll hold my action for if I see her, and in range, and then I attack her if she pops up again.
Hey, Ash, that brings us on to you. You find yourself alone at the end of the tavern,
Oh, well.
where the Shadow Mastiffs have been killing. Shadows are starting to pull their bodies back to wherever they came from.
Great. Well, there's no way that I catch up to anyone. Or I'm able to actually accomplish anything. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, I assume I need to make a check to hop over this thing, because unlike everyone else, I'm,
You can do it, but it will be... So no checks required, it's just going to take a little...
well, I'm going to have to use my action to dash anyway, so...
Okay.
Oh, gracious.
Can I go any further? Yeah.
Do I still have 5 feet left or no?
That's not it. So you 5. You move 40. 45. So you 5 feet left.
Great.
And as Ashby sort of moved up to there with him, appears to have stepped in. You see Ninran's made her way down this corridor. It's the barrels here. Did you want to move another 5 feet, or are you happy?
No, I'm going to move 5 feet and I'm going to cast my last first level spell slot for Healing Word on Savannah
Okay, cool.
for 6 points.
Cool. Yeah, you
Nice.
feel your sort of body starting to righten up and your posture becomes perfect as Ash can see.
Please stop running away.
Savina, that does bring us to you. You're currently affected by Expedious Retreat.
Yep. So I saw Niran go this way.
Yes. That's the only
Okay.
ways you could have gone, yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. 5, 6. Do I see her at all?
You'd have to use an action to make a perception check. Try and see whether you can see where she is.
I'll do that.
Oh,
Nice.
did it! Nice.
You are at disadvantage for that, and you
Still.
are unable to see her.
What? Oh,
She got like a magic cloak or something.
Is there like a door here?
There is a door there.
She's in.
I'm just gonna go and like look out the door.
Bust open the door.
just block it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand in the doorway.
Okay, yeah, you bust open the door and you see yourself on the sort of gate just to the southwest of the Boston. Gate leading away from Winterhaven.
Do I see a Ninnerin at all?
You do not.
And I'm just gonna stay here.
Close the door again.
Sure, close the door.
Okay, yeah, you can close the door. Okay. Where is she gone? Have you seen anything?
I realized I just real quick I need to make a constitution for when Ninnerin hit me.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
do keep the spell.
Actually,
Just barely.
Davina, where is she gone?
I don't know.
This is not good. Gods, get out there and find her.
But she might still be here.
And she might have gone outside. We will stay in here if need be. Gods, too late. Kanaka.
Okay.
Also, these sticks for your health. Oh,
Oh, thank you, sir.
Ah,
Oh,
back
good.
to normal.
Classic Shay. Okay. Here I come, guys. Oh, Lord.
here she comes walking down the street.
Oop, that's 30. Ooh, got all this stuff. Fancy. Okay. I can't see this bitch.
Mm-mm.
What is the floor like in this room?
Stone, same as in the town. You see that there are some barrels sort of stacked up, sort of sacks of flour scattered across the room.
Do I want to action to move? To action. I am going to use my action to move here.
Okay.
No, move here,
Yep.
and that will be on my turn.
Okay, Shay, that brings us round to you. You find yourself the only one into the small storeroom at the back.
Okay, 5. And... Okay, can I see the entire room? Okay, I think I'd like to just stay here, hold my action with my my sword in case she tries to come back out this way, maybe.
Okay, cool.
But I'm just kind of trying to be aware if she shows up, I want to slash her.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Savina, you see a movement to your left by the pillar. Ninaman appears, slams her short collar.
I'm gonna try it again anyway. I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay. I got a crit, so she's gonna slam
Oh,
Bye, Savina.
shield
Okay.
and into your collarbone. You take 9 piercing damage.
Oh no. Oh no.
Are you
I'm
still
down.
alive? No!
She's then gonna take her short sword, and just slash it down your body.
No!
Take a death saving fail,
Oh,
That's
God.
2 fails.
So mean.
and she's gonna stand over your body and disappear. Right.
Shit. She got her.
Okay.
No.
As soon as Ninaran has crashed into, cut her down on her way out of the story.
Shit.
Savina's currently laying crumpled in the doorway.
Get her, I've got Savina.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Yeah. Shay, you have to take care of Savina.
and 2, 3.
She's like, I told you I've got her!
I don't care.
Oh, she prefers Shay more than Ash.
I
She
don't.
said Ash Shay.
Tara, you're currently still in front of Savina's crumpled body in the doorway.
Yeah. I'm
Stand
gonna
up.
use my action to dash.
Okay.
And go over her. And I can't move further because the
Yeah,
map
that's fair.
ends.
I will tell you that you see no sign of Ninaran as you make.
No, actually, then if I see, I think I can get here without dashing. And if I see nothing in my frustration, I will cast Thunder Wave in front of me, just blasting the area.
From where?
She's
There?
Yeah, from
In
right
front
there.
of you.
In front.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not sending Savina flying behind you.
No!
Her corpse.
You cast sort of thunder wave and just rocks, loose rocks and grass just flies everywhere. A couple of locals that are walking around outside just turn towards you in confusion, look a little bit startled, and
I growl at them.
they start to make their way towards the gate. Looks like they're making their way towards the guard station there.
That's okay.
Ash, leave this to you.
Oh, great. You are becoming quite the burden, little one. And I will use my last second level spell slot to cast Cure Wounds for 10 points.
Ooh, nice.
Wake up, bitch.
Savina, you feel just back cracking place. Ashley sort of leaning over you.
Please, could you slow down a little? That'll end my turn.
Savina, that brings us to you. Currently prone on the floor.
I just look around. I can't see Ninaran.
You
Where did
can
she
make a
go?
perception.
I don't know.
I will make a perception. Stand up. I'll go outside with Tara. Perception.
You have disadvantage,
15.
so 15 is unable to find Ninaran where she may have gone. Ron Kaplan towards the door. What are you doing? Why have you let her go? You had perfect opportunity to hold her.
The perfect opportunity as she killed me.
He will step out and he will. Unfortunately, he is unable to. This is bad news. No treasure should be told straight away. I will be going to the gatehouse, to see if she makes her way past us.
Make sure to tell him how incompetent you and your guards are.
I am trusting you to tell Lord Pedro.
Secure the gate.
I am going to secure the gate.
Thank you.
Amateurs. Kanaka, I'm referring to you.
Oh, sorry.
Are we still in combat?
For this next turn, you are. Kanaka's still this turn.
Good then.
Okay. She's just gonna run up next to Ash. Where is she? She cannot get away.
I'm pretty sure she has.
Fuck! And Kay is gonna run outside, and she is just gonna start mouthing off Ron Kelfman and his guards
Thank you.
ridiculously. You Insert incompetent fucking fools! You let her go! Where the fuck were you?
I came as quick as I could, lady.
Not
I was
quick
here
enough! You
in
let
under
her go,
30
and we
seconds.
don't know what the fuck is going to happen now! Thanks to you and your incompetent fucking guard! And that ends
That is
case now.
enough of that. I understand that you are. But my guard came, and I got back in under 30 seconds.
Not quick enough.
It appears that Ninran is a lot stronger than we perhaps anticipated. And I don't even know what those beasts were that seem to be fighting alongside her. Do you know what they were?
They were something sent from the very depths of hell itself.
On that, at least we can agree. Now I'm going to guard the gate and make sure she doesn't get past me. And you can go and tell Lord Patriarch of the situation.
I will go and tell Lord Padraig what stupid fucking fools you all are. And
You
Kay
know
will
what you
leave.
wish. Lord
Kay
Patriarch
will
knows
leave.
me.
Kay doesn't even stay to listen, she just walks away.
Okay, that's the end of combat. If you don't have inspiration, Kate.
Oh, thank you.
Yay. Angry Kiss, scary.
What kind of a fucking god doesn't bring manacles to an arrest?
They should have been prepared. They knew we were here to apprehend her. This is, don't know. That could have gone. We had her. She was in our hands. for
I
so
had her
long.
fucking twice! Where the fuck were they? This is going to come around and bite us in the fucking ass. I know it.
She knows that we know, and she was very open in preaching the word of Orcus. I'm afraid that I don't know what comes next.
What comes next, we have to find that fucking bitch. Track her down.
Maybe she has allies. I don't know.
Tracking her is going to be difficult. If she's as skilled a scout as I'm led to believe, I don't see how we find her. I don't know if our best bet might be trying to find that rift. I mean, we know what she's here for.
Oh, Alex,
Yes.
could I try turn into a cat and try and track her by smell?
Ooh.
Yes.
Cats,
Certainly
cats
can.
have keen smell. I
Yeah,
don't know
you
how
can.
it'll work, but I could try smell her. We were around her enough. I
well-
could track her potentially.
I can help you very little, and I will.
Oh, actually, a panther can also do that, so I will be a panther to do it, just because at least then I'll have more attack options.
And I'll also cast guidance on Shay.
Okay.
So I turn into a panther.
I'd like to bardically inspire her. Say,
And
where
Please
let's
don't
see.
roll a one.
She.
get that bit?
I think Savina's just gonna pass out outside.
Right, so could she like go back into the bar where Ninarin likes to sit a lot, sniff that area because she's always there,
Mm-hmm.
and then
That
like
butt stank
trace that.
smell.
Yeah, butt stank.
Definitely.
Also, fair
Hello?
warning, if we do find her, I don't know what we can do.
She's just one. We are like millions.
We take her, we make her unconscious. Whatever. She's too dangerous to wander about town.
I understand, but
I'm gonna rip her head off.
Oh, nice.
I don't. Yeah.
this
Add that guidance, dude, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Does the guidance always stay, or is it
it's
just?
just
for-
up for a minute
It's just for
regardless,
this
so
one.
you might
Or
as
maybe,
well
then.
you might as well use
That's
it.
a D4.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it every time anyway, so
Oh,
it's a
nice.
cantrip.
Nice.
So I rolled a 25.
Oh,
That's 12.
Wait.
So that means that you are able to pick up scent.
Yes.
I want to follow it.
We're gonna follow her.
like a sniffer dog.
Okay, Shay, you managed to pick up the scent of Ninara, but it's fading quickly. You don't think that you particularly time.
I don't. We're in no condition to follow her. I'm sorry. Savina
I really wanna-
has fainted. Karnaka is weak. We get
I
very
wish I
little
could
help
talk
from the
as a-
guards. If you think
If
you
I
can do it,
plan
Shay,
for it.
if you think you can do it, then lead on, and we'll try our best to keep up. But I don't think we can.
If a panther could give a very perplexed look, it's what this panther would look like.
Oh.
I'm gonna scratch behind her ear. It's okay.
But she really wants to figure at least which direction she went in. She wants to know if she's still in the town or if she's left the town. That's all she wants to know.
Okay.
I think she will kind of go off on her own, but she'll be stealthy about it. And she'll just try and figure. She wants to know if she's still in town or she's left.
Stealthy
Okay.
panther.
Make a stealth check and another perception check.
Sweet, so that was stealth.
Stealthy is my cat.
But another one of these.
Oh!
Get it, Shay!
You can
Get
use
it.
the bardic inspiration on your stuff.
Oh,
The stealth was a fail regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah.
It's a 1.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. But
Um,
then,
You're able to keep hold of the scent. You make your way outside of Winterhaven's walls,
Oh,
and you're led through a path from Winterhaven's gate, which leads through a grove. And you can see just ahead of you what appears to be a graveyard with a fence of wrought iron bars closing the cemetery.
okay.
And that's where you think the scent has gone.
Tara's with me, right?
sure.
Did Tara want to follow me or not?
Yeah.
And did everyone else stay in the town?
Yeah, I'm not following. I'm staying
Yeah,
to try
okay.
to make sure Savina doesn't die.
It's a lot more physical exertion than she's used to.
So yeah, Shay will come out of panther form and kind of like, she must be over there, but we can't fight her right now. We should return after a rest.
But do you think she will stay in the graveyard?
I mean, she has nowhere else to go. She's exposed. She's probably running scared, I imagine.
She didn't seem very scared.
True, but I think it's more like that's her only place she can be, I think, unless there's another secret base somewhere, but it's her best lead for now.
Well, we should probably tell Elias.
I mean, if you wish, you could go that way first, do your canoodling, and I'll go meet with everyone else.
That's my favorite fucking word, canoodling.
Well, I just meant to inform him, but I can go alone. That's fine.
It's fine. You can inform him or do anything else that you wish. I will be in town, and we will be maybe at Padrig's or the tavern. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see you later. Have fun. Be safe.
Okay. That was a weird conversation.
No, it
To
wasn't.
have with you. Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't.
She walks away.
Okay, the other three of you, can I ask?
I can't believe she got away.
Has it been like this the entire time I've been gone?
Yes, it has. We've had some good moments, we had some bad moments, but this just takes the fucking cake.
Don't insult cake, alright? In fact, right now, I feel like we all could use some cake. It's something to bring back just a little hope. Savina, dear, please, come on, wake up. It's alright. It's safe.
Did we get her?
No, dear. No.
Oh.
But
Shoot.
You did your best.
You got your ass kicked a few times. It's pretty cool.
Really hurt. She starts like mending all the sword holes in her dress.
Come on, we'll get whiskey. And Kay will extend a hand down to her.
She'll take your hand.
Are we just stealing the whiskey? Because I'm pretty sure the barkeep left.
I'm pretty sure Salvana said that we could have a free ride here,
Ah, that's
so I'm
true.
drinking as much whiskey as I want right now.
Enjoy.
Kay will pour large-ass glasses of whiskey for the three of them.
And you see at that point, as Sylvana does sort of meander back into the tavern. I think
hope
you
you
need to
don't
pour me
mind.
one of those as well, Miss Kay.
Of course. And Kay will the same large size of glass whiskey for her.
I
It's
ain't
basically
never
a
seen
pint glass.
Nothing. I ain't never seen nothing like that now.
I
What?
think that
What was wrong with Nina?
she's fucking evil. That's what's wrong with her.
No, she certainly seemed to be evil. Those dark things, what were that? We had never had no trouble like that in Winterhaven before. These crazy dreams I keep getting now. We got shadow hounds and men around running all over the place like some sort of crook. And what happened to my door over there?
Is that the one that I Eldritch Blast?
That would be the one that you Eldritch Blast.
It must have been Ninarin. She's got all kinds of crazy powers. Honestly,
Make
couldn't tell
a-
you. No.
Make a deception check.
Deception, sorry.
Yeah, deception.
23.
Yeah. Oh, she's got a +4 to insight.
Oh, thank God.
Ban that girl.
I promise Salvana that bitch will get what's coming to her.
Yeah, see, she just sort of downs her whiskey, makes her way to the side of the bar, flings her more, grabs the whiskey bottle from you and sort of pours herself into the drink.
Damn, girl.
This is the
okay.
last thing that I needed after all. Ball to Texas. I got no profit coming in. At least I get to look at your sweet face.
Oh, darling, you're too kind, but I don't look exactly my best at the moment.
Now tell me, what does a group of heroes like you, people that saved us from the, do about this?
Honestly, I don't know.
Huh?
I couldn't tell you what our next step is going to be.
The same as it always is. We regroup and we move forward.
At this point, you see Lord Preydrag step into the tavern. This is certainly not what I expected. When I sent you to deal with Ninaran, it certainly appears that she is a guilty party. What happened?
Do you know what we didn't expect, Lord Preydrag?
What exactly are you trying to get at, Miss Kay? I always told you to speak candidly and honestly.
We did not expect your guards to be so fucking incompetent.
What exactly do you mean by incompetent? I do not have much resources, but we do our best to keep our guards well trained.
None of your guards brought manacles with them.
What? What do you mean?
None of your guards brought manacles with them. How the hell were we meant to restrain her?
And he sees he steps. He sits himself down. Who exactly did you ask to manacle Ninaran?
Your captain, Rond Kelfman. Two of the other guards that were posted here too. None of them had manacles on them.
This is not true. All my guards are equipped with manacles.
Well,
Now I ask you, did you ask anyone in particular to manacle her? Because if you did, I think I need to be having words with that person.
I asked Captain Kelfman at least 3 times to manacle Ninarin.
So I mind you at this point, by the time Ron arrived, he didn't have enough movement to get to her, and Ninaran then got up. So Ron never actually had an opportunity. I've spoken to Ron. He has indicated that he was never close enough to manacle Ninaran.
but there was a guard. A very nervous-looking fellow that... Well, the nervous one perhaps ran away. There was another guard that Tara told to shackle Ninarin and said that he had none. And it was one of the ones who was stationed in here.
As he starts to impatiently tap his knee.
I didn't have a chance to get names. It kind of fell apart very quickly.
No, it's okay. I think it must have been Will. I just need to run quickly. We must get Will and have a word with him. It seems that maybe he is not on our side.
And then with that, he sort of strides from the inn.
Huh, well. So see, there we go. As luck would have it, we do have a path to take.
Okay, down to whiskey.
While we're... never mind.
Go on.
I was just wondering, while we were sitting here, if we could just perhaps take a wee little rest.
Could certainly be useful with my spells back, I suppose.
Yeah, between you can... Shay, are you going to converge back to the inn?
Yeah, I would head back to the tavern.
Okay. Tara, as you head out to where you last found Dodge, you see that he is no longer there. His belongings have been taken, and you can see the tracks of a pony that was marched off towards the east. There seems to be no sign left of Dodge.
Yeah. She's just gonna stand there for a bit and then eventually turn around and head back.
As you start to head back, you can see Lord Quaedrox seems to be engaged with and quite a dispute. As you sort of move past, you go,
What do you mean you can't find him? Wand, you must find him! Quickly! Now! I am going back to the mansion! I expect you to find some resource when you come and see me.
and you see Ron Calvin for the first time, slightly abashed, to sort of head down.
Oh,
As
Tara
Lord
will
Quaedrox
just
storms off.
grin very brightly and, like, yeah, give him, like, the widest grin and just walk past him. Like, this, you deserve this, grin.
You guys all get the benefit of a short rest then.
Hey.
During that rest, I'd like to attune to the Maul of Warning.
Okay, yeah, cool. That's fine.
Yes, Queen!
Your sheet currently says you're immobile. I don't
That's
know how much
that's-
weight's on you and how much is on...
it's because a lot of the stuff that so everything that is grayed out that isn't equipped is the stuff
Yeah.
that's on Molly, and that's so I'm keeping a separate sheet, but
I trust you. I'm sure you're able to count fine. So as long as you're aware and you're
Yeah.
taking account of it,
Yep.
don't chase you up on that. Cool. Okay. Obviously, you're able to short rest in peace within tatters of Sylvana's bar. You see Sylvana just sort of walks around a bit, sort of judging the estate of her damage after she knocks down two sort of. Still manages to stay sort of stable on her feet. Old Eileen comes sort of shaking his. They sort of settle down to a conversation by the fire. As you guys rest up.
Sabina just sort of meanders about casting mending wherever it's applicable, because it's obviously only a certain amount that she can mend.
Tara, are you going to use your song rest?
I don't think I'm there when they're resting, right? I'm just walking.
I assume
towards
you're going
there.
to make your way back there.
Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna use it.
So, I mean, you can use it.
But, yeah.
So you'll get an extra d6.
I will take that one that I needed.
Yeah, I just need one as well.
I never lost any health, so I'm fine.
Wow, brag about it.
I did. I was just stating the fact.
yeah.
So you know who to
We
go
can't
for
change
next, Alex.
spells. We can't change spells on a short rest, can we?
No.
That's my long rest.
no.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
You sort of brush off the dust of combat, see to your sort of wound. make the sort of any sort of amendments you can upon your sort of clothing and stuff to keep yourselves looking respectable. Slightly beaten up at this point between you. Yeah.
Did you manage to catch scent, Shay?
Yes, I tracked her to a graveyard outside the town.
Oh, good, the graveyard.
Yes.
Of
Maybe
course.
we can get some information about it. Sylvana? She there?
Yes, sweetheart. What can I help you?
There's a graveyard outside of town. Do you know anything? Is there anything of note about it?
I mean, not particularly. It's just a normal grave. Sister takes care of it.
Okay.
Dispute.
Who takes care of it, sorry?
Sister Lenora does, darling.
Sister.
Is she there quite often?
No, it's not one of her main concerns. She's more interested in helping people
I see.
in the
Okay.
farmsteads. She generally tends to it once every 2 weeks, if she can.
Are there any
Or she'll
crypts
set
there?
Urki to the task. There are indeed crypts there. There's there's 3 crypts in total. Why do you ask, on? Are you interested in going to the cemetery?
Well, if anybody's gonna hide there, that's where I would hide.
Creepy.
We believe Ninarin
Slightly.
is headed there. She's hiding there, we think.
Well, I suppose it kind of makes sense. There's certainly, like I say, 3 crypts unless you can try and hide in. It's a creepy place. I wouldn't spend much time. I prefer to spend my time personally.
Is it worth us going to go check out this graveyard?
I mean, if we go there, we're expecting a fight, and I don't know if we are all as kitted for. I mean, I only have limited spells left, and
I think
I don't know about everyone else.
we know that that is where they're headed. While time is of the essence, perhaps we should try to get as much information about this graveyard as we can, or even this Will person, and
Yes.
and just be prepared for the morning.
Maybe we can inform Kelfman of the graveyard, and maybe he can send some guards to keep an eye
Scout
on
it
it or
out.
secure it. Make sure she doesn't leave.
And indeed, I'd like to speak with Sister Lenora and Archie again, and see if they've noticed anything unusual occurring in the graveyard.
Yes, I think. And then after that, do we just go there, or?
And we rest, and then we... I don't know.
Okay.
Then we go.
Uh,
There's no way that we do it tonight. It seems... Or today. It seems too risky.
Okay, of course, yeah. I'll go to Kelfman then and inform him, and we'll prepare.
I would still like to go speak to Berwin. See if I can get anything out of him, anything that may help us at all. Or incriminate him for something I don't know.
I mean, might as well tell people in town about Ninarin, maybe. Maybe he'll be more forthcoming if he knows there's an occultist in his town.
Potentially, I mean, maybe if I just let him in on it that I saw Ninarin fleeing town from a crazy bunch of adventurers.
That's a good idea.
That is, if he hasn't heard already. It seems there are eyes and ears all over this fucking village.
What would the rest of you like to do?
Getting whiskey at the bar.
Did you want anyone to go with you, Karnaka?
think I am probably best if left to speak to Berwin alone. But, I have my bird back now as well. I should remember that. Sorry. I think I am best left to speak to him alone. But, I mean, you could stand outside like last time. It would probably be a good idea for all of us not to be alone. But it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you yes. I'm not going to tell you no.
I would feel safer if somebody went with you.
I can go with her. Can
I
just
will
stand
let you-
outside like a god.
That is fine with me if that's what you wish.
Honestly, I don't care.
You're angry at the let the bitch get away, aren't you?
Sure.
think something else is bothering her.
Oh.
Alright, well, let's meet back here in what, like an hour or so? See if we can get any more information. To reconvene at Rafton's, rest for the evening, and then we go get this bitch tomorrow.
Okay.
So Shay's going to go speak to Ron.
Yep.
Ash, you're going to go to speak to Sister Kanaki.
Yes.
And then Kanaki, you're going to go speak to Berwin. Tara and Savina are going to stay outside? Or...
I mean, I may as well go because I don't want to be alone either.
Someone should also check in with whatever the wizard guy's name was. I didn't really get much chance to meet with him, but
I'll go
supposed
try
to be
and
inspecting something.
pester him again.
Yeah, because you never gave me a stone before,
Yeah,
did you?
so just Tara standing outside.
I'm gonna find a window.
There is no one.
Shay, we'll
Yeah.
start with you.
Okay.
You make your way up to what appears to be a very sort of frustrated.
What do you want, girl?
I'm here to give you information.
Don't be quick about it.
Okay. I tracked Nina into the graveyard outside town. I believe she might be trying to hole up the hill. Something. I think it might be wise to send some guards to secure the area and make sure she doesn't leave me and my party.
You! Get to the graveyard straight away! Need to find if Nina is still there.
You command such presence. So, my party and I will be heading there tomorrow, or after we rest. We're not ready for a big fight if that's what we're expecting. But if
I
you
will
can
let
do
you
that
know
for
what
us,
my men find.
thank you. We know you tried to help in there.
I am sorry about Will.
So you didn't know what was going to happen. It's understandable. We just got to make sure that Ninarin does not do what Kanaka's vision is foretelling.
I trust my men. How can I trust my men now? How do I do my job? I do not know who to trust. Who is on our side?
Whatever you need to do to protect this town, do it. That's
You
all
are
I have
right.
to say.
Thank you, Shay. I am sorry if I have been rash. This threat that seems to be looming over us. We cannot let this succeed.
No,
This village means everything to me. And
I
to
can
Lord
see that.
Beglak. We are truly thankful for the help that you have given. We must not let you down either. So I do genuinely apologize for my rash temper at some times. But we will see that this is dealt with properly.
Thank you.
And he'll sort of put his arm out to clasp it.
Oh, like okay, yeah. She does that. So
And he's got a very sort of firm.
We trust in you, Shay, and your abandoned expectations.
and I trust the people of Winterhaven.
Let's hope we can.
And with that, he sort of turns his back and he just walks up to the sort of top of the watchtower. He appears on the top of a couple of minutes, just keeping. You can see as he sort of seems to be a little bit lost in thought, keeping a watchful eye out.
And remember manacles. I just keep walking.
I always have manacles.
And you see as he's sort of shaking his head, sort of a shake of a no. Make a perception check or an insight check.
So what was that for?
Perception or insight, just to see.
On to Kelvin?
Yeah.
Better. What's better? Oh, they're both. Let's do insight for a change.
Nice.
You can see he appears to be genuinely sort of distraught and upset. You get the impression from sort of talking to him that he takes quite a lot of pride in his guardsmen, and to know that one of them is potentially betrayed. You see that it's potentially taking a toll. Cool. With that, go about what I can do. Ash.
Yes.
You make your way to the Temple of Shantae. By Becky. Oh, Ashby! I've heard there's been some commotion going on.
Indeed, there has, Arky.
Oh, yeah, shake it up!
Yeah.
Right!
Yes. Is Sister Lenora about?
Oh, Lenora! Ashby's here! Yes, sort of Sister Lenora just comes sort of back room.
And you stay as well, Arky. I'd like to speak with both of you if you don't mind.
Oh, you like to speak with me? Oh, you hear him just say under his breath. Sister Lenora sort of just strolls up. We've heard there was some commotion or trouble in the town. Do you know what's going on, Ashby?
Unfortunately, I do. It appears that Ninarin was an agent of Orcus, and...
Ninarin? Really?
Yes, Arky, please allow me to finish. And
oh, she's one of our best scouts.
Yes, she's an excellent scout, I'm certain, but she's also really bad, alright? So let's focus on that for right now. We were unable to detain her, unfortunately, and she escaped, and we believe that she has ended up in the cemetery near town here, and I know both of you from time to time make your way out there as this is our responsibility to care for that sacred ground. But I need to know if you have seen anything even remotely suspicious in that area.
I'm afraid I've sort of given over those responsibilities to Urki since he rejoined our community. Since my message from Shantae, every time I've sort of stepped foot graveyard, I've felt a dark presence that I couldn't shake. They're just the encroaching feeling of doom. I'm ashamed to say that I have lapsed on, but Urki, you have journeyed. Yeah, I've journeyed there. It is funny. I actually saw Nina around there before. I didn't think nothing of her at the time. She was just sort of inspecting the graves. I figured she was on some part of her work, or I don't know.
When was the last time you were there, Urki?
I was there. How long have I been back in town?
I don't know. You've been back as long as I have.
I was there a week ago.
A week ago. How long have we been having the dreams, Alex?
You've been having the dream. That's the village. I've been to be on edge for the last 3.
And sorry, you broke up. How long?
The last 3 days.
For the village, same for.
And yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, Lenora, when was the last time that you were there? I'm sorry, you said since you had that vision that stepping there is difficult.
I'm afraid I've not stepped foot on the graveyard for at least 2 months.
And Urki, when you went, you felt nothing.
No, not really, but then I don't have a
connect. Beautiful sister Nora.
Hmm.
Have I failed in my duties as an acolyte? Have I done something wrong? You see, he looks really scratching his head with both his hands. Ashby, have I done something wrong? Have I let you down?
Perhaps. Can I see if I believe Urki?
Perhaps. Yeah, you can.
16.
Yeah, he seems genuinely truthful. He looks like genuinely hurt that he might have let you down.
Oh,
It's all right, Urki. I just I know you enjoy being.
Sure, Ashby?
Indeed, please do this community and yourself a favor and spend more time in communion with Shantea, because if the evil that is occurring here is there, you should have felt something. And it's alright. I know you are very much focused on doing the good deeds that come with being a cleric, but as I have learned of late, we also must put in the time to keep that connection to our deity.
It appears you have some more work to do, Urki. Why don't you leave me with Ashby for a little and settle back into your prayers with Shantae?
Of course I will!
Yes, okay.
Oh, you see he's just sort of wiping tears away.
That poor little
Moves
gnome.
back. Urki will be fine. He will commit himself to Shantae, I'm sure.
And that is important. I don't know what we can do, but that is where our path is taking us, I'm afraid. And if you have... I know there are 3 crypts there. Is there anything that seems off about any of them? I know it's been some months, I understand that, but what are the... offhand, do you know the names of the people that are in those crypts, or any, I don't know, symbology that's on any of them? Anything that could be of use, sister. I don't want to walk into a trap.
There are more mausoleums, crypts. The largest one is Paydrag.
Oh, that seems fitting,
I don't know what's in
unfortunately.
it. There is a... At the back of the mausoleum, the mausoleum itself is in bad repair, and there's actually a entrance that you may be able to force your way through into the mausoleum. If somebody's there, maybe take them by. Is it not possible that if you chasing anyone out of town, just stop there for respite? You may have moved on.
It is possible. I do not doubt it, but we know that there is some sort of rift that they are planning on opening. And
you think that they may be based in the grave?
It's a place that no one visits, and the person who does, no offense to Urki, is not the most observant of individuals. And as haunting as these visions and these dreams and these senses have been, a graveyard seems appropriate. Especially for a demon lord of the dead. Someone who wishes to control undead.
You seem convinced that that's what we're up against.
Well, everyone seems to be shouting Orcus's name an awful lot.
Very well. Perhaps I shall join you if you venture to the graveyard.
If you
Are
feel
you
strong
looking
enough to enter.
If Shantae needs me,
then I will not turn away any assistance.
very well. If you come and get me when you're ready, I shall listen down.
I certainly will. Spend that time in prayer, preparing yourself.
So I will. Thank you, Ashby, for all that you are doing for our village. Shantae is truly with you. You are truly a blessing. We must make sure that that blessing is used well.
Shantae, I'll be with you, sister. I must meet with the rest of my comrades.
And she will grasp your head between us. Pull.
She did what? I'm sorry. You cut out there.
She will grab your head softly, bring you forward, and kiss your.
I kind of blush, just turn a little rosy.
May Shantae be with you, Ashby.
Thank you, sister. And I leave the temple and head back outside.
Cool. That brings us back round to Karnak. Tara, you sort of station yourself outside the shop. Is there anything you can do?
She's kicking around some dirt and maybe throwing knives at something. Just
there's like this small tree, like thin tree, trying to fling. Make a check with your throwing knives. Charisma, because it'll be performance based. You have advantage.
$15.
Okay, 15. Okay, one or two go wide, but I see as a.
That's fine. She's not that concentrated.
Kanaka. You
Tara,
make your way into. Oh, sorry, Ben.
before, Tara, if you're going to stand watch, I'm going to need you to stand very quietly.
Okay, I can do that. I'll stop throwing then.
Kay clicks her fingers and Volatoy appears on her hand. If anything happens to me whilst I'm in there, I'm just being cautious now, but if anything happens... And Kay puts Volatoy on Tara's shoulder. He's gonna start screaming, okay? So you run and get as much help as you can.
I'm getting you out if he screams.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you in a moment.
See you in a moment.
And Kay will put on the biggest, cheesiest con woman smile in the world and walk in.
And as you sort of walk into Baron's grave, the shelves scattered with random artifacts. The four cases dominate in the center of the magic items they tried to sell to you previously. Mrs. Karnak, darling, please come forward. It's beautiful to see you.
Darwin, darling, it's been too long. How have you been?
As you approach, he will sort of delicately place his hand on your shoulder, kiss beside each side of beside your face.
Oh yeah, Kay will do the same.
Oh, it's like we're kindred spirits, darling. I understand you took care of the bolts. Daring moves.
Oh god, it was quite something. I'm not going to lie. The sneaky little buggers, a lot of them. Disgusting.
Oh, I don't. I'm facing a fair share of bolts, darling.
He slams his
pesky bastards. Now, what have you come to discuss?
Well, the last time I was here, we had a little discussion, if you remember correctly.
Ah, yeah, we do.
I was wondering if you've thought any more on what we discussed about?
Tell me a
Perhaps-
secret about yourself.
Tell you a secret
Oh,
about
yes,
myself?
I'm so...
Oh, goodness me, what can I tell you?
You're mysterious.
I once killed someone for crossing me when they shouldn't have done.
Oh, you're a dangerous woman. Do they ever get their revenge?
Darling, no, I'm far too slippery for that.
Ah, even with that lovely silver leg of
Thankfully, that happened long before this happened. So I was able to get away just fine.
Good, good. Now, remind me, what exactly is it that discussed previously? Sort of leaning towards you.
I believe we had a little conversation about the acquisition of dark magic and
Ah,
where I could find it, or if you could point me towards someone.
yes.
Perhaps there is a more secluded place we could talk about this, if you don't mind. There are ears everywhere within Winterhaven.
Well, let me see. I don't think we should be interrupted here. We should just keep our voices. Now, I may have some. However, I will need you to do something. I think you're up for the task. Someone as formidable as yourself.
Depends on what the task is, and if I believe it's worth my time.
I have a customer, shall we say, that's interested in a certain item. This item is it says a hand mirror, plated in silver. The face of the mirror is shadowy-like in appearance. I have come to learn that this is in a location referred to as the Dragon Burial Site. I would like you to get this item.
And where would I go about questioning those who may have this item?
I don't believe anyone is in possession of it. It is simply buried within this burial site, yet to be unearthed. Are you the one that I can trust to unearth it?
Where is the burial site?
It is out to the east. About a 3-mile walk. You can't miss it. It's a crater that punctures the wilderness itself. And he sort of leans into your ear. Will you do this for me, Connor? And I will see that you'll get what you want. Perhaps even more than you bargained.
Can I insight check him to see
Yeah,
if he's
you
got
can.
like any malicious intent whatsoever?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, sheet, open. Oh no. Oh dear God. My computer's frozen. Alex, can you roll for me?
Can I roll for you?
Yes, please.
What do you want to do? You want to do this?
Oh, wait, my sheet's come up.
Okay,
no.
cool. You
Oh,
crack on.
shit. Oh, quickly. Nope, still frozen. I lied. Sorry.
Okay. Inside check.
No?
What did I roll?
A 7.
You rolled a 17.
What's the other number?
A 16.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to see if it was high.
You definitely get the impression he's hiding something, and you get the impression that he's probably not some fully. What were we trying to find out again?
Sorry. I just wanted to know if he's hiding something, he's definitely hiding something that he's not telling me. And if there's like any malicious intent, or like if he knows that I'm walking into something that he's set up because he knows that I'm obviously scamming him or something.
You get the impression that he definitely seems to be hiding something.
Yeah.
Item himself. But he doesn't seem to have any intent to cause you harm.
No intent to cause me harm.
Not as far as you can tell.
God damn it. Okay. I'll do this for you.
Oh,
But
damn it.
as soon as I get back, you are going to give me exactly what I want.
Darling, I will give you more than.
And he will.
A kiss to seal the deal.
I will extend my hand to him. I will let him kiss the back of my hand.
Oh, darling, you are cool.
Consider
just
it
keeps-
a professional courtesy for the
He
time
keeps
being.
sort of eye contact with you, and he just lingers with his kiss. And it's all sort of wet and soggy.
Oh God! Oh,
Now, darling, do not be long about it. You never know who may find out about these things.
I can assure you, if
I
anyone
want that
gets there
mirror.
before me, they're going to be in a world of hurt.
Very well, darling. Is there any other business? Bowen and his grand show.
I believe that will do me for now.
Very well.
Tell you something.
It was
Not
lovely to see you again, Carl. Please drop by whenever you feel like it. And bring me that mirror.
I will. Oh, and before I leave, one more thing, Berwin.
Yes, darling.
Did you hear about Ninrin?
Nira, what about her?
She's fled Winterhaven. Apparently something to do with the cultist involvement.
Oh my.
I know.
Such dark news.
Most intriguing, though. Wouldn't you agree?
No, indeed. Nothing to do with me, though. I'm sure Lord Paydrag would.
I'm just saying, I never thought I'd get the opportunity to experience something like that in real life.
Oh, this is drama. I've seen. One gets sick of it after.
I hope one day to be as well traveled as you.
Oh, I'm sure you will. About your course of action.
I am off. I will see you soon, Belle.
Goodbye, Karakani.
Farewell.
Goodbye, farewell. See you again sooner.
And Kay will leave.
I'm just going to.
So I assumed that went well since the bird didn't screech.
Did go well. It's not exactly. I was hoping for something a little bit more. Let's just walk away just a little bit further.
Okay.
Well, he's promised me to give me something if I retrieve some fucking mirror from him in the middle of a giant burial ground somewhere.
Okay. Does that have anything to do with like Ninrin and the cult?
Okay, I can figure out how to mute it. Okay.
What was the full name of the mirror, Alex?
He didn't give it a name.
You just said there was Dragon's Sight.
Oh,
something.
the Dragon Burial Site. That's where
Yes.
the
Oh, Dragon Burial Site. There we go. Dragon Burial. It was something in the middle of a dragon's burial site. But I know it's not
Okay.
much to go on, but he gives me the fucking creeps. And Kay will like visibly wipe the back of her hand on her jacket.
What was on your hand?
He kissed my hand with far too much tongue than I like.
Well, at least he didn't try to kill you. I mean, that's a plus.
Okay. Let's go
So-
find the rest of them.
Yeah. I don't think we should look at that dragon thing yet, though.
No,
That's not as important.
Ninrin is the main catch for now.
Yes, I agree. Okay, let's get the others.
Lead on. And we'll head back to Rafton's.
Yeah.
That leaves us with one.
Savina!
Savina, you find yourself once again standing at the bottom of the stone tower of Valfru.
I'll knock on the door.
Oh, yes, what is it? Who is it?
It's Savina again.
Ah, yes. Come in. I found something down.
The door sort of opens.
Oh, hey, look, I get to come inside this time. She will step in.
See the staircase running. Door straight ahead. Staircase running.
I'll just speak into the sending stone. Shall I come upstairs then?
Oh, no, don't be stupid. No, come in here.
And you see as the door just opens, and you see Valfrin's there. He's more haphazard than he's ever been before. His hair is just wild and everywhere. And you see behind him, this room is just stacked with books. There was once bookshelves which are neatly stacked, which are still behind. There's just piles of books everywhere within this room. Difficult to make it.
Quickly, in you come. Just be careful. Don't damage any of them.
A part of her is so excited.
No, Lord Paytax sent me to investigate the dreams. Is that what you've come to talk to me about?
Yes, actually.
Well, make a seat. I think I made it.
She will sit down, but she wants to start just opening the covers of books.
You have the sending stone?
Yes, I do have it.
Keep it. I think you're going to need it. Now, my books and scrolls tell me that the ruined keep was built by the old empire. Are you with me? Now, I've always suspected this. It turns out that over 3,000 years ago, Cormier was attacked by hordes of undead and demons, released onto the earth by a wizard known as Karavakos.
And you see as he's doing this, he's sort of pointing totally at you, he's very sort of excited.
Caloral.
No. Karavokos. I'll write it down for you.
For sort of he gets a charcoal that's nearby and writes down the name.
Oh, okay.
Now, this Karavokos managed to create a rift from this world to the Shadowfell, through which his monstrosities flow. Finally, in a sort of great battle, the Empire of Cormiers and Legionnaires managed to turn back Karavokos and his horde, eliminate the threat to the rift of the Shadowfell. The opening was sealed, and what we now refer to as the ruined keep was built over the location to contain the threat, you see? Now, I don't know what you know of the Shadowfell, but it is a place of darkness and of shadow that hates the light, whilst not inherently evil. It does resonate with those of evil intent. It is one such place that the rift apparently connects to an unholy sanctuary of Orcus, the demon lord of undead.
He's sort of shaking his head gravely now.
Skeletons, ghouls, and stranger, fouler creatures once crawled through this opening into a mortal world. Now, by destroying the undead and the scene of the rift, the Cormier Empire thought that was the end of the story. Given recent events, I'm not so sure that.
And at this point, sort of Ralphin stands back from this sort of mess of books. He scrambles over some back and goes towards the back bookshelf, climbing up towards the top, and he retrieves a sort of large tome from one of the shelves behind him. He sort of places the book down. There's sort of a mound of books, and he places the book down on top of it as sort of your waist height, and ushers for you to come. Come. Where he's opened it onto a page with the poem "Dreams of Blood and Shadow."
They'll read it.
They indeed read it.
Ooh.
And,
now, take a look at this poem. I found it in the collection of lyrics from Belga, the mad poet of Almast. Bloody idiot, asked me. This Well, it sent me digging deeper into this rift of the Shadowfell. I believe this is what may have happened. Not long after the events mentioned, Cormier by the time collapsed. As a result, the Shadowfell Keep was practically abandoned and was left to fall apart and to decay. However, it was around 1,000 years ago that the then Lord Commander Gerald Keegan put into motion the events that would lead to the Keep's destruction as we see it now. From what I've read, I can only assume that the rifts to the Shadowfell's malign influence was too strong to resist, and as a result, Sir Keegan started to suffer paranoid delusions. And eventually, he went on a rampage throughout the keep, systematically trying to slaughter every resident. His own wife and children were first blade, followed by his trusted advisors and many of the soldiers under his command. Truly tragic stuff. And eventually, the garrison managed to sort of respond with his organized defense and inflicted a grievous wound upon their commander, causing the Mad Knight to flee into the keep's crypts, where they sort of finally managed to dispatch him. I can see
Valfrin's very sort of excited and passionate about what he sort of found at this.
And the keep became notorious for a time. When the last bust, there was no one to order it back into service, so it was abandoned, as we know it now, feared for a time, and eventually more or less forgotten. Rumors surrounding the keep, of course, still persist to today, and most of the residents avoid the keep. Whatever activity is occurring, there can only mean ill for Winterhaven and those of the nearby lands. I believe if there is a rift and has been opened, it is to happen there. Well, what do you make of it? You seem an intellectual.
So, trying to process all of this information, can I see make a history to see if I've heard any read any books? Because I've read a lot of books in my day.
Yeah, you certainly can do.
See if I know anything about this subject matter. Probably not.
No, unfortunately.
I can't say that I've read much about the Shadowfell or Orcus, but you think this rift in this ruined keep, that's what's causing the nightmares?
Yes, I certainly do. Perhaps it's some of my. I've kept this knowledge sealed here, away from many people. I believe that this tower we stand in now was some sort of watchtower towards the keep. I believe when it fell, most of the books here, knowledge about that time, were delivered here to be kept safe. Part of my role is to safeguard them, but I have not had the time to look through it all. I have other matters to take care of. Perhaps I have let the village down, but not knowing this before. We must travel to the keep. Seal the rift. I believe that someone is trying to open it. That's why we get these nightmares. The line force is the only thing that waits.
How would we even go about sealing this rift?
I've seen the rift. You have a cleric of some sort, perhaps faith in it could help, and they say that this Sir Keegan, he still guards. He tries to keep evil at bay. Perhaps if you could make contact with him somehow, he would be able to assist you in.
I mean, how old is this story? He's still alive?
I believe that his actions have caused him to be chained to that place in undeath. To guard it as a form of redemption for the evil that he caused in his rampage when he fell to the malign influence of the Shadowfell. I mean, this is all theory and speculation. It's the best I can do. It's all I managed to dig out from the knowledge I have. Well, what do you think?
I mean, it's certainly a lead. Well, I'll keep the sending stone, and I'll talk to the rest of my party about it. But we have a lot on our plate right now.
I'm going to make my Lord Page right now. About the things. We'll see what he wants us to do. You go and tell your friends.
And I'll just like stand up and just place a hand on his shoulder and thank you. Thank you for all of this. I know that you might feel responsible for not having known, but you figured this out now, and it's going to help people.
Of course I figured it out. No. We must make sure it does help people. No. Go. I need time to... This is not good. Go! Leave me be.
I'll just like awkwardly leave.
And that's where we end.